that is why the dog is called Nate.
Oh.
Hello, you magnificent bastards. I'm Dr. Lehman. Apologies for that. Due to some licensing issues, there'll be no Lehman in this stream. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to Rolling in the Isles, the illustrious return of myself to the DMing scene, where I'll be putting a bunch of Netherwells on last week. That's all we can get away with on this show. Through their paces, playing some Pathfinder First Edition. Perhaps some introductions are in order. I'm myself, D1 Bill for short. I'll be DMing going forward. And here are my illustrious compatriots who will be here for primarily the example of play episode. This will be a simple in medias res, putting everyone here through their paces as to what a game will look like. It also gives the people we have lined up for the campaign proper a chance to back out and to sue us for even suggesting that they be included. And with that note, I believe that will take us over to the start screen where we'll do some introductions. Who would like to start? See, I knew I'll get some peace and quiet saying that.
All right, so hello. I'm just to be clear, I'm here. Hello, guys. The audio is quiet, Arthur says. Penny, I don't know if you can try to cool beans. Anywho, yeah, I'm here, guys. I will not be playing today. I'm just pushing the buttons.
Reading the super chats.
And I will read super chats or whatever if you are enjoying the show and feel so inclined. But then, well, look, if you guys aren't going to introduce your characters or anything, or yourselves,
I'll do it.
I'll call one of you out.
Let's take it from the top, shall we? Bird, if you would.
Okay, hello, I'm Bird. I am playing Mott. He's fun. He's a Tenku Poto, or whatever they're called. That's all you need to know right now.
There's a spider in my fucking DMing mug. Hang on a second.
It just wants to hang out, Bill.
Oh, it's taking its own bloody risk. Okay, next up, Penny, if you would.
I'm Penny, and I'll be playing Eris. Yeah. There we go.
Party skinwalker, party witch,
Wait.
party influencer.
Oh no.
Han, if you would be so kind.
Hello, everyone. I am Han, the racially ambiguous diversity hire of the crew. I will be playing Little Nate, Gregor Woolworth, Rob the Boulder, Inspector Maggot, and, of course, Grand Vizier Harry Plummer.
So now that we have all of Slipknot introduced...
I do have a quick question that wasn't answered beforehand. What do you call a group of Bazes? So what would you...
I have no idea.
Believe that
I don't know what you call
A
it.
unit.
Yeah, an absolute unit. North
a deluge of bazes. An invasion. A World Cup of bazes. And finally, Saucy.
Yes, I am Saucy. I am playing the, I guess what you would call the legendary Magus, who consorted to get all these people together in this unfortunate scenario that our characters will be in. So expect chaos and lots of probably low rolls, or my luck rubbing off on someone else. It depends on what happens.
Now, Saucy,
Roll.
they don't know quite your accolades yet, to the fact that every time you're around, we average about 5 nat 1s a session. Thanks for that, by the way. And those other games I was in with you. Incorrigible little
You're
bastard.
welcome, Bill.
Yeah, there's a note. Our good little shindig here, these Netherwells brought together by fate and by coin, are in the employ of Saucy's character. Specifically, Carver's Catch. And a mercenary company, very affordable mercenaries as far as things go. They brought themselves across the bays of Lycia, our little island where we will be seeing the rest of our show. the Nomad Isle, known for its traversing around. No one knows what quirk of tectonics quite causes an island to drift as far as it does. But so far, we've managed to eliminate it being a giant turtle or on backs of elephants or some kind of slug. We basically just made sure it isn't alive anymore. Be that as it may. After a long period of travel and searching, and more than a little bit of killing, our illustrious adventurers find themselves in the deepest pits of a dungeon off the coast. Not quite off Devil Reef, but not far off it. A little unmarked pitch of rock, delving downwards and carving their way through more than a few people to get there. So I think we'll take ourselves over to our very first map of the evening. Unless anyone has any other business to attend to before we continue? Or are we good to go?
Let's fucking go.
Sounds like let's fucking go. Let's go.
Okay. And that's what will bring us over. If you should have a line of sight at the bottom of the screen.
Oh, Jesus Christ, yes.
I'm dark, Bill.
Oop.
I'm dark.
Oop, and there we go.
There we go. Thank you.
And any other issues? Everyone good? Everyone able to see?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. Let's put on the tunes. As you walk down the musty stairwell, as the humidity of the ocean pours salt and brine down the walls, and underfoot squelches your sodden feet, already caked in old blood. Weapons you carry are already caked in grease, reeking of the things you've done here. The smell will carry forward longer than your actual guilt will, I feel. We're adventurers. It's what we do. Another one of these would-be cultists felled, carved down, brought low by blade, by claw, by brick, in one case. Sent tumbling down the stone stair. And you follow after him. And find yourselves in this dwelling, if it can be called that. This place that reeks of stale air, of rotting salt brine and fetid seaweed, of low tide in some of the worst locations on Earth, and in the distance and the edges of the periphery of your perception, a dull throbbing of purple light, like that is in the corners of your eyes that seeps in through your nostrils and carves its way through your tongue. Acrid, burning ozone, perfume, like covering the smell of a corpse. And with that, I shall turn you over to your control. You should have full range of movement with your characters.
Yes.
But I ask you to take things carefully. Things can escalate very quickly in these kinds of places.
Oh boy.
Onward. Let us go. What am I paying you for?
I don't mean to be the pessimist, boss, but this place is kind of a shithole.
Yeah.
Why are we even here?
The question of why you're here, I can answer that personally. You were told that in the dwelling of an exiled knight, in this ancient tomb, one could find his fortune, buried with him so that none of his descendants could inherit. Sealed away in molten lead so that none could claim it. Your employer was very adamant that you'd make a lot of money. All you needed to do was bring a metal slab made of, it is said, pure electrum,
Ooh.
An oval disc of an alloy, that humble alloy of gold and silver. They said it's the only example on the Isles of an ancient make, something from before the foundings, before even Absalom, before the star stone fell from the sky.
We are here for the greatest of all reasons, my friend. Read, of course. And with that, I will take out one of the bumps of marching powder and put the line on the back of my my fist and
As he
take a
tries to
deep
do
breath.
that, kick him in the shins.
So, as you try to take your bump, the putu kicks you in the shins and makes you stumble.
May I roll a reflex to
Yeah, roll me a reflex to see if you can keep the line on your knife. And for legal reasons, we'll be calling it marching powder and nothing else, at least in the first half hour.
That's what I said. Yeah. All right.
Ooh. You stumbled just a bit. So the majority of the line crumbles off of the blade, and you're left with just dregs.
I will look very disdainfully toward him and go, "You're paying for that. That is coming out of your paycheck."
Boss, I don't think that's a good idea to take. Right, I said it's bad for you.
Okay. Well, apparently, Han is 10 decibels louder than everybody else. If we could be
I've
up to
already fixed it.
Bargain.
For some reason, it varies, unfortunately.
It's all about mic distance with these semi-high-end ones. But it doesn't matter. Okay.
So I'm going to also cast Dancing Lights.
Okay.
To kind of move it forward so we can have greater sight.
Okay, let me just get you a lighting thing. You know what? Here you go. You should be able to operate that as you wish.
Nice. So it's just gonna kind of be our eyes going forward.
The light is more intense now. That violet light. Wherever it touches, it seems to bleach. So it's just shredding the actual pigmentation of every surface it comes into contact with. This room is like a monochrome picture, like an early photograph. Every shred of color that isn't that eerie indigo light has been completely stripped away. Even the lights of the dancing lights seem to grow paler, less pronounced.
I'll look over. I'll look over to Harry Plummer, and I'll go, Harry, be so kind and send one of your boys into what looks to be that side corridor there, would you? And I'll move the light a little bit closer.
The doorways here are old and crumbled. Wooden doors have rotted away to nothingness. The very few shreds of metal that remain in place are themselves bleached completely white, colour of scrimshaw. And the smell, mix of rust and fetid bone.
Right, let's see what we've got here. He'll lean into the room, looking around.
Okay.
The
room is full of what appears to be mouldering food and broken furniture.
Could I roll perception?
You may. It's just dregs here. I don't think there's anything of real worth here. If it was ever anything of worth, it rotted away long ago. This place seems to be only recently touched by mortal hands, judging by the marks of fingerprints left in ash.
None but trash, boss. Nothing in here.
Nothing to sell at the shop, eh? All
Would
right.
People roll me a perception check, please. It's a very simple one. Don't worry. Please note this is an audio-based one.
Oh, okay. Then I only have a...
It
God
begins in earnest.
It does.
It really do be like that.
Nothing above a 10 thus far.
Roll 20's on point today. Well, boys and girls, that's a good boding, isn't it? They say not to observe omens, but sometimes it's really worth doing. Still, with the 15s, you do succeed. Hell, the 12, you would succeed. Saucy's the only one who doesn't hear this. You hear a low chanting. Just a low vocalization, no words to it. It's a low burbling chant. It just seems to be just on the edges of your perception. Something about it doesn't seem right. The different syllables, they are completely non-verbal. They seem to crawl and nest in your ears. Has an unwelcome weight to it, like water trapped in an ear canal.
Eris would like to cup her ears.
And I'll keep
Like she
leaning
can
the light
still
further.
hear, but it's enough to hopefully drown out.
The chanting gets a little louder now, and there's a tinge of panic to it. It seems your light's been noticed.
Oh ho ho! A bull almost
Went a little
fell.
too far. I look at everyone and go, so what shall it... I'll whisper this, by the way. So what shall it be? Bum rush? Full blowout? What
You
y'all think?
first and die.
We
Yes,
sneak
yes.
up on him and give him the Sandman.
Ah, the
Also
Sandman.
good.
Classic.
So what's the plan, boys and girls?
What is the Sandman on?
Cave in
Was
some
there any-
skulls.
Oh god.
Ah,
So
all right.
begins.
I will grab my hand axes from my sides and be like, let's do this. As I will go running because
Okay. As you
the
round the
exciting
corner,
friend.
you see the scene before you. An enormous altar of pulsing onyx has been erected in the center of a circle of columns. Swirling around it is a great indigo mist that pulses with light. Standing atop the dais are four robe-garbed figures, each carrying the staff of their office, a stave and a hand sickle. Each is making intricate hand motions and chanting that low, throbbing chant that now is building into a pant crescendo. The stone is emitting a vibrant smoke that seems to pulse different colours, and the smell it almost defies description. It's at once every odour of a rotting carcass and every smell of a perfumery. It crawls up through the nostrils and nests in the sinuses, down the gullet and seats itself in the gut. You feel every moment of the desecration of this place. It seeps into your pores and bleaches your hair. But still the men in their robes keep chanting, ever building in crescendo and still just thud, 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 with each syllable falling like a hammer blow. But still, with each syllable, no verbiage, no formed language, glossolalia falling like stone. The one that is facing towards you, though he tries not to break his gaze from the center of the circle, you can see fear in his eyes. How much is visible? It beams out from the cracks in his robes like the light from a lighthouse.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna smile and go, "This is gonna be fun," and then I am going to blast him with a good old-fashioned magic missile. The closest one.
Okay. Magic
As
missile
I call him.
hit. So.
See, I believe they're 1d4 if I'm not
1d4 apiece,
mistaken.
yes.
And I get 2 of them. 2d4. And as they shoot out, I'm going to call out, wrap this in your cloak of darkness. And will that give me, will that satisfy the 1 extra damage or no? Wasn't
You're
spicy.
lucky it's only 1 point. I can allow that.
Alright.
It's not a strong quip. You might want to up your game a little bit. 8 points of damage.
Right.
And which one would you like to target? Towards him with the cursor. With the ruler key, rather.
Which one looks like the most closest to shitting their pants in fear?
The one looking at you is not. You can't really get a bead on the other 3, but you can see this one. In terms of expression, at least. There's a pillar in the way, so you can't see him very well, but him, you can see the fear in his eyes.
Good. He will shit himself in terror as the magic missile hits him for 8 points of damage. Let's see.
Okay, where are you aiming with it, just to know?
Mm-hmm.
Magic missile automatically hits. Just tell me roughly where on the body you're aiming with it. You get 2 shots.
Oh, I'm going. One of the bolts is going to go straight for his head, and the other one is going to go straight for his groin. Because fuck this guy in particular.
Bad manners, bad manners. The first round catches him in the cheek. You can see the bone crush under the force of the blow, and the greenish tinge of the spell coursing through his flesh, leaving little green glowing cracks. And he seems to grimace through it, even as you can see the teeth poke through the flesh. The second blow, however, knocks the wind from him and keels him over, breaking his chant. The one beside him quickly steps over and does his best to bring his fellow to his feet. I think it's time to roll initiative, ladies and gentlemen. Don't you?
Hell yeah.
Yes. Okay. I rolled above a 10, so it's going good for me.
And I would humbly request that you just hold one initiative, please, for the love of all that's good and holy.
I'll just use my regular character for that, then. Case 18.
I'll go ahead and remove
the Grand Wizard.
Cursed as fuck.
Sorry, it's taking me a second.
No problem at all.
There we go.
Of course.
I got the first nat 1, and then I got the first nat 20. Balanced as all things should be in this universe.
Okay. Top my control. Oh, that's crap. Oh, well, you can't win them all. Okie dokie. Well, party leader goes first.
Alright. So seeing his friends trying to help him, and is his friend still trying to chant? Why trying to help pick him up?
Both of them are chanting as loudly and clearly as they can.
Alright. Let's see. What am I going to do here? I gained 1 thing of potential, so... This will be fun. I'm going to rock up over here, which is about 15 foot. Right here. And I'm going to spend one thing of potential to basically, I take a deep breath and blow out a cone of fire. And let me see how I did this. As a swift action, I'm going to blow this cone of fire at him. 15-foot cone. And would you make a reflex save, please?
Okie dokie. 2-1 for each of them, correct?
Yes.
Oh, apparently the curse travels over to the NPCs too.
Yes. DC is 14, by the way.
Okay, 1 passes just.
Okay, so the one that passes will take half damage from this. So 2d6. So one will get 4 damage and one will get 2. And that's a swift action.
Okay. So everyone takes 4 points of fire damage, correct?
The ones that don't make the reflex save.
Okay. And those who do pass, is it half or no damage?
It's half.
Okay, so this is describe what you're doing.
Well, basically, after bombarding the one with the magic missiles, running up, I take a deep breath and just unleash this torrent of flames in front of me. And through that torrent of flames, I'm going to use my standard action as well to throw one of my hand axes, the closest, I guess this guy right here,
Okay.
person, which I'll make a ranged attack.
Now that we're in combat, I'll change the locations because everyone's a bit off center here. So you got.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you the actual spacing.
So that will be 1.
I should say that the daze is actually 5 feet off the ground.
Okay.
Okay. Does this set people on fire, or is it just damage? Just that they're wearing Hessian robes. That's quite flammable.
Let me look, actually, because I believe it's just damage, but...
You know what? Given the circumstances, I'm just going to say that they get another save, and if they fail the save, they're going to catch fire. Fail. Pass. Oh, yeah, pass. Okay, so the one nearest you is now on fire. And even as he's screaming out the syllables of the chant.
And he's going to get an axe to the face in just a second if I can pass this. So 1, 5. Does a 17 hit?
Yep, you sink the axe blade between your shoulder blades. Roll your damage.
Nice. R1D.
You see here the advantage of being able to cast as a swift action. I won't reveal how he does it, because the rules are a little bit cheeky.
1d6 plus 3. It's through a legendary archetype. Oh, sorry.
We don't reveal our secrets here. That comes later.
A good magician never reveals their tricks.
And for 5 damage.
As you sink a throwing axe between the shoulder blades of a burning man and pitch him forward onto the dices. Still screaming, trying to scream out the words as the flames spread. You can see the fire sputter as it goes over the sucking chest wound. As the grip of your weapon begins to char black from the flames, and his robes are all but completely disintegrated from the heat. And and as he goes, his grip is now so tight as his muscles begin to reflexively tauten that his own stave and sickle crumble from the combined heat and pressure as his bones give out, as his flesh begins to burst and flood the central diocese. His colleagues can only look on in terror as they can only chant louder, trying to make up for their lost comrade, trying to complete whatever it is they're doing here. Does anyone have spellcraft, by the way? Or knowledge arcana?
I believe I have knowledge
Yes.
arcana.
You have knowledge arcana, knowledge religion, or spellcraft. Please roll it.
I have both.
Spellcraft.
9 plus 6.
Okay. Can I roll both or either or?
Yes. Just make sure you label them.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. Okay. Religion. That's not enough.
There we go.
Okay. Ooh.
That second one
Salty's
is
on
about
fucking fire today, the irony of ironies.
He's stolen our fortune.
Yeah. Okay, if you got
Good time.
a 15 or higher, you know that this is a combination of abjuration and necromancy.
Oh. No good.
Oh,
If you rolled
that's
above
bad.
a 20, then you know this is a specially constructed magical circle carved into black onyx. The area has been desecrated to some form of fiendish god. You suspect it's one of the local regional deities. And finally, since you roll quite high, I can tell you this is a containment spell. This is attempting to bind something. Given the runes and the necromancy, you're not sure, but you have a sneaking suspicion it's whatever's here in this central chamber. The diocese has been placed on top of a slab stone in another enormous chunk of granite, and you can see at the corners it's been sealed with lead. A religion check will tell you that sealing a grave with lead under a black granite flagstone like this is usually reserved for exiles and traitors. It's usually a great mark of sin and of corruption. Now, to have all of these men here chanting away, you think it might be something rather substantial. Would be that as it may. It's probably nothing. Any other business, Saucy?
Yes, so as a free action, final 6 words is, we gotta hurry, boys, and that'll be my turn since I used my standard and swift.
Harry, you're up.
Alright, you pink spunk-covered poofs. Time for a lesson in arcane etiquette. I will throw my bricks.
Throw away.
Okay, first of all, is there any particular figure that looks more important like the others, as though they are leading the ritual?
They are all identically garbed.
I see.
If you had to...
Anything I could tell from their mannerisms, maybe?
Roll me a sense motive, if you would.
Okay.
You know, it's quite a common practice by particularly people who were inducted into the cult of Silver Dragon to all wear completely identical uniforms in order to throw off suspicion.
I'm going to be cheeky and use a once-a-day ability to auto-succeed on this.
Huh. All of them have identical garbs, but one of them has a piercing through the bridge of their nose, has a slightly nicer material than the others. All have them. The other two, either side of him, are wearing silver. This one has a mithril stud right in the space between the brow.
In that case, I would like to make a cold shot against that piercing.
Okay. Roll away. It'll be a rather tricky shot. It'll
Don't
be
worry,
a
I got
minus... It's a -10 because of how small a target it is.
Right. I will account for that in the roll.
Luckily for you, chanting and maintaining a spell is rather tricky. And the AC isn't great anyway.
Vibe check.
That'll do. On a 3, you nail this. The brick. What kind of brick is it? Just regular breeze block?
Regular breeze block, seemingly.
Okay. The brick sails through the air majestically, comes a straight, flat arc right through the air, and nails him directly in the bridge of the nose, smashing his cartilage back into his face, compressing his sinuses and choking his mouth full of blood. You can hear him try and garble out the words through all the blood and mucus that's pouring down his throat. After a while...
should I roll for damage even?
Yes.
All right.
Good grief.
Oh no.
That's
Okay.
disgusting.
Have you ever seen that picture of someone who's thrown a rock from a battlement and caught a knight right in the face? And it like peels their whole head off their shoulders? Like the face is on, the head is actually more on the stone than on the person's neck. That's what has occurred here. It has hit him dead in the face, and this is a very rare injury. It has broken them above the top jaw, top the mandible. It has cracked the skull all the way through and peeled it, up a portion of his skull, away from his head.
Bro.
Actually carved this man away from his body at the brainstem.
Out of curiosity, where did I? Which one did I strike?
This one here.
All right. In that case, the brick will continue, or at least I will have the brick use this momentum to bull rush into this lad.
You're gonna trick shot this friend with his carcass.
Yes.
Excellent. Rolled hit.
All right. Let's see.
You can really tell I told these motherfuckers to go hard on this session, can't you? Okay, as the carcass is propelled sideways, we put that over here somewhere, where it's been thrown into the fucking dirt. I'm just going to roll at you basically torn this man in half. And the second blow knocks him into the fallen pillar. I'm going to roll his acrobatics, see how bad he is. Okay. He lands foot first, which means he goes one way and his leg goes the other. As you see, he receives a compound fracture at the knee. As ever heard those stories of people who have tried to stop a cannonball is skimming the ground and they try and kick it to stop it because they think it's slowing down, and their leg just gets flipped around?
I see.
Very much so.
And
poor sod
that
gets
lad will
knocked
also
clear.
take a bit of damage,
I figured as much.
as he is essentially impaled to the pillar by some shrapnel or bone fragments.
Oh, yeah, he's not that plus the d6 from the full damage. Oh goodness. Oh yeah, this all coming together. He hits the pillar foot first. His knee immediately snaps back the wrong way, and he's set tumbling neck first off of the pillar. He catches his spinal column on the 4th and 5th vertebrae directly on the edge of the pillar where it's sharp. Where the granite hasn't been quite ground down from the ages quite as much. There is this horrid wet popping noise as his 5th vertebrae is wrenched physically out of his spine. And he's left as a crumpled heap.
Help me, I've fallen, I can't get up.
Right, lads, fan out.
There's one man just at the top. There should hold reserve. So, just chanting as loud as his. You can see blood flecking the spit coming from his mouth. It's hanging on the air, on the mist and fog, as he chants. In fact, in places you can see the fog start to move in ways it shouldn't. Like it's trying to grasp, like there's long fingers within the mist trying to grasp at the blood.
So this lad is the only one left, right?
Yes, he is chanting as hard as he physically can, as loud as he can. It's echoing off the walls and it's reverberating, and it seems to be more than one person chanting, despite the short numbers he's dealing with right now.
Inspector Maggot, you know what to do. Excuse me, sir, you've got a license to do occult rituals.
Terror fills this man's face.
As I will perform an offhand tactic to put a Tesco bag over his face.
Oh, never change. Okay, roll it. I want to remind people that Han is technically playing a single character. There's just 5 of him. One of whom is the dog.
What's the dog doing?
The dog doing?
24.
Okay, as the bag slams home over his head, the bag is filling with this brackish black ichor as he tries to keep screaming out the words. The blood's curdling in his throat.
Right, sir, that's a littering offence. And I will hit him with the Burning Billy Club. Specifically, I would like to hit him in the face with it. Basically, push it against the plastic.
Oh, grief. You're melting the bag onto his head.
Yes, I am.
Not content with brutally murdering all of his friends in the space of 3 seconds, we have now moved on to necklacing captives. Jesus Christ.
Well, the South African isn't here today, so...
26
hold torch somehow. Oh yeah, that'll hit easily. Get Milton.
Okay, as he takes 8 fire damage.
He tries to scream, but the words aren't coming out because his face has been literally like soldered shut with plastic.
And as a free action, since he's taken damage from Inspector Maggot will attempt to intimidate him. Taking a 10 for a total of 20.
Okay. Okay, so we total. So that's 8 damage from the fire and to check a total 20. Yeah, that he is very, very frightened already. So
in that case, he would be horrified.
At this point, he's just screaming silently. He doesn't have a mouth to scream with anymore. He's clawing at the plastic, trying to get out the words. You're not sure what he's more scared of. Officer Maggot, or what his actions have done. There's kind of a pleading look in his eyes as he arrives there, as the skin from his mouth peels away.
Resisting arrest, eh? That'll be it for Grand Vizier, Harry Plummer, and company.
Mott.
Okay, this guy's still alive, right?
Yes.
Okay.
He is in bad shape. There's a plastic bag melted onto his face.
Okay, he's going... And this guy's alive, or is he just burning to death right there?
That man he's burning at an extremely fast rate.
Okay, cool. Ugh. I will open my mouth, and a beam of pure radiation goes and hits this man.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Atomic Adept class.
Just making sure. this is against his touch AC, so
Okay. Please take into account he is in close combat with Officer Maggot, so you take a -4.
no, I took the feat that makes it no.
Precise shot.
Bye. Yeah,
Excellent.
because I ain't
Okey-dokey.
dumb. Okay, I take some radiation, only half of it, because it's one of my safe days, you know. And then,
I might have a couple
and
of Karenkovs as a safe day.
yeah, only a safe day. Okay, and he also takes 6 points of radiation, but like additional, like a separate thing, you know. But I do 8 damage of pure negative damage that won't heal undead.
As you give him the Litvinenko treatment. Officer Maggot is holding on to the man as his flesh begins to slough away in chunks. He's still trying to hold on for dear life and rasp out a few words, even though you can see his lungs through his rotten ribs. Even the bone is starting to give way to black matter.
Okay, and then I'll move over here, and I'll just say, die, as that's my turn.
Eris! Are you there? I know you said VRP a second ago, but I'm not sure.
Yes, I'm here now again. Hello.
It's quite a scene! Officer Maggot has the last remaining cultist in a headlock in a plastic bag, with the plastic bag melted onto his face, and now he's got a sucking chest wound from radiation poisoning. Radiation burns, I should say.
I'd like to delay my turn.
Okay.
As I don't know what to do as of now. I'm just gonna stand back and watch for now.
His turn. He will attempt to, with his, he's already on negative hit points, but okay. Is Han back yet?
I am back, yes.
Excellent. What is your CMD?
CMD.
Also, you used a dirty trick to do the bag thing, right?
Yep.
Not grapple. Okay, so he's just blinded, essentially.
Yep. His CMD is 19.
Okay. Oh, enough to beat that. Okay. You see him fumble to his belt pouch. You get an attack of opportunity. That's what he's about to try and do.
Good. Fortunately, I have seized the opportunity. This might be a little petty, but that's kind of the name of the game with these guys.
Welcome to Pathfinder, folks.
Yes. Therefore, I would like... I would, first off, you like to use offhand tactics to try and discombobulate him.
Fire away. Yeah.
As I slap him around both ears, cupping my hands in the process.
Honestly, at this point, I'm tempted to just make that kill him.
Oh, don't worry. There's a second part to it. What I want to do. Then, I want to hold on to his head and start pushing my fingers into his sockets.
Roll away. He's not deaf, blind.
As I push the molten plastic further in.
I'm guessing this does damage.
It does.
I fucking hope so.
It should. Can we roll this as like an unarmed attack?
Yes, please do.
Jeez.
I wasn't expecting you to get your full combo off this early.
Yeah, same.
Shift Z to show off the artwork, right?
Yes.
Just so everyone can really drink this in. That's the version with that. You haven't updated the version with the badge.
Yes. Oh, right. I need to update them still.
It's always time.
Yes. Okay.
16 points of damage. How does that line go again? And then I smashed her head in just like this. Your thumbs go straight through his eye sockets. You hit the back of his skull before you even know what you're doing. Where would you like to throw the carcass? I'm not going to go into too gory detail here. This is a children's show.
I would like to
not a
slam
show.
the carcass such that his spine lands on the thing in the middle.
Excellent. The mist around you starts to coil and writhe. Just going to go ahead and delete that. And those of you who can see this angle, watch as the man who is snapped apart at the head, basically at the neck, stands back up. As does the other ruined carcass. And begins shambling. The one in front isn't even turning the right way. Its limbs have twisted round to allow it some locomotion, but its head is still hanging off its shoulders, lolling down onto its chest as it ambles toward the mist. Saucy, you're up.
All right. Well, let's see. Sorry about that. Had it on mute so I wouldn't accidentally interrupt anyone. So pretty much all of them are dead, except for the one on is still unfortunately gripping. Has he just double check?
Well, it seems as if some of the ones to the east, to the west, have resurrected, for lack of a better word.
They don't even... If you could run a knowledge of religion, Han.
Sure.
Sorry, my internet. I missed what was said.
Bruh.
These aren't animated creatures. They're not being traditionally animated by necromancy. There's no spirit drawn out of the ether of the negative energy and pushed into its carcass. The mist itself has gouged itself into their joints and is puppeteering them like a marionette. You can see the coils of mist just have rammed themselves into each joint. You can tell by the way they move, they don't touch the ground all the time. They drift. Like they're just skimming the ground. Furthermore,
all right.
with that roll that high, I'll give you something extra. This runic circle is intended to bind something. It's specifically used to bind undead. Old undead.
I see.
And the markings on the flagstone beneath are the symbols for a knight in exile. Someone who was a member of the nobility and was exiled for treason. The name is written but obviously burned out. It's a old tradition. They carve it into the lead and then they literally use hot pokers to turn the lead molten again, symbolically scraping away the name and the identity of the knight.
I will just look over to the walking, shambling new corpse and just go, more of them to hit. I was beginning to think this would be too easy, as I will take the one axe that I still have in my hand. I will use a swift action to cast Arcane Strike on it, which will give it a +1 attack and damage. And I will basically run up to this dude and whack him in the skull. Attempt to chop off his head.
Okay. Which weapon are you using, by the way? Just so I know.
Mm-hmm.
Which weapon are you using?
A masterwork hand axe, but it's got arcane strength.
Okay, a hatchet covered in sigils, gotcha.
So give me just one. Oh, and it casts as magic too.
Okay.
1d20 plus. Let's see, it's masterwork, which is 6, and with the arcane strike, it's 7. So this is to hit. Holy! Oh, does 16 hit?
A 16 will hit. You bring the hatchet down and carve into its rib cage. There's this horrid moment, this moment of tension releasing as a enormous swelling of bile and pus ruptures within the rib cage, and it bursts in a shower of black gore. Make sure I'm not deleting that. Let's put that.
Let's see. The damage will be.
I'm just going to minimize this one too because I need this one for the initiative.
1d6.
Why did you roll a d20? Fucking retard.
The hell? That I don't know what happened.
That's a serious hand axe.
Sorry, I don't know what
you probably hit up by mistake.
Oh yeah, probably. I meant to. There we go. It's 1d6 plus 4. Yeah, sorry.
So it's 6 total.
There's a reroll.
No, you got it. I'll let you have it. I'm feeling nice.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it explodes with some force then. The eruption of gore almost knocks you off your feet. It's so strong, and you find yourself caked in this thick, tarry substance. The smell. It's a mix of rotten fish guts, of burning frankincense, and a cloying sweet smell that sits at the back of your throat, almost like honey.
Well, this is disgusting. As I will.
The bones are now a little more. The bones are little more than just thin slivers of bone now, sinking into the greying soil. Even the blood, even the black ichor seems to be slowly bleached pale by the smoke and the mist.
Okay. And I guess I will use. Let's see. Was that Skelly Boy pretty much destroyed by that?
Mm-hmm. The hand axe is
All
fine.
Right.
It's just it was nearly ripped from your grasp.
Fair enough. I will just keep. What I'll do now is just use a standard action to cast Prestidigitation and clean up the blood from your clothes. Be like,
you'll have attacked with your melee weapon this turn, so you won't be able to this turn. But there's always.
Oh yeah. You're right. I did just attack. Thank you.
So keep an eye on that action economy. Here's the king here.
Yes. Yes. So pretty much that's. There's nothing else to hit at the moment. So that be that.
Okay. Harry, you're up.
All right. Is there anything that looks animated still on the battlefield?
Just this one here.
All right. I think Saucy can probably take him. Maneuver this dude over here who will prepare to attack. He gets close. Aside from that, I'll just have the... What would I have to roll to figure out how to disable this ritual, or at least to...
Be a spellcraft roll or disable device. Or UMD.
Alright. Guess it'll have to be UMD.
You could use your religion to ascertain aspects of it and give you bonuses. If you can think of a good reason for it to give a bonus or be usable, I'll usually allow it.
In that case, definitely not British officer Maggot, will use his extensive knowledge of the law to figure out the intricacies of this ritual as it pertains to legality. He has no fucking clue.
Practicing worship to the Silver Dragon cult without a license is strictly prohibited. And is a capital offence.
Okay.
Especially the severity. Normally, there's some maiming first and then death, but I think we can skip right to the capital punishment at this point.
Now the Grand Vizier will use magic device to ascertain some information.
Okay, 20. I'll give you enough information. The ritual has already been disrupted, but not safely. It's currently in the throes of a backlash. The ground on the flagstone itself has become destabilized. You can actually see the diocese slowly start to sink into the stone.
Hmm.
You reckon in about 6 seconds that entire Onyx diocese will sink into the stone along with everything on it.
Right, Maggot. You may want to fix it. And Officer Maggot will use Make It Work to try and fix.
Is that the mangled gear maneuver, buddy?
It is.
The one that makes you auto succeed on a UMD check or a disable device check?
Yes. Figured it would come in handy.
Utility characters are very snacky, ladies and gentlemen.
Utility police officer.
Okay, so what precisely are you looking to do here? Are you looking to stabilize it or to destabilize it? Are you looking to destroy the actual altar? What would you like to do precisely?
Right. That's a good question, actually. Because as far as we are aware, there is fancy artifact here, so we don't want it to just explode. Is there any way I could, get it to just... Could I press whatever rune is there that will disjoint the artifact we're looking for? Or the thing?
You'd be looking specifically the metal plate.
Yes, that thing.
You'd have to remove the actual diocese, as it appears to be indented into the actual flagstone. It might be a bit risky, but it would get you access to it.
Right. In that case, he will attempt to... Could he try and do that on his turn? Or
yes.
All right.
You might still want to stand back, though.
In that case, he will use the UMD thing to stabilize the ritual, at least for the time being.
Okay. I'll buy you an extra round.
Huzzah.
Okay, any other business?
Yes, Rob the Boulder will approach and attempt to use his claw hammer to pry out the disc.
Roll away.
Is that just a straight attack?
Yeah, just roll. Yeah, you could just roll a strength check.
Alright. You mind if I use power instead?
That's what it's there for, mate.
Cool.
Go for it. You know me, I'm laissez-faire.
Yeah.
33. As he wedges the hammer and the claw hammer underneath the plate and wrenches, the entire thing just wrenches free of it, and you can see cracks go through the onyx.
Just some honest demolition work. How far do I manage to get, by the way? Or how close do I get to the disc, as far as I can estimate?
You've wrenched off the faceplate.
Let's see.
However, there's repercussions for that one. Okay, hang on, he's got a little map layer for this one. Always a great sign. As the entire onyx slab sinks into the floor And I don't mean that as in, it goes into like a little hole in the ground. No. It physically disappears into this.
Well, fuck. Boss, I think we may have a problem.
How big a problem?
Fucking look at it.
You turn around, there is literally a portal to somewhere in the ground.
Oh, sweet God.
Time
Can
for
I,
a change of audio.
could I,
There's a fade out option in this.
I'm not sure.
Okay. No, I'm saying there
Could
is.
I roll?
Alright.
Could I roll a spellcraft or a Arcana to see what just happened and whether
You may. Anyone has knowledge history?
That too.
I do.
No. Do have knowledge local, though.
Roll
have
knowledge
history.
local or history. If you got history will be a much easier check. Local is usable, but only just.
I'll use knowledge local to provide an aid another to Eris.
Oh.
It begins.
The one time to run that one.
Jesus wept.
It's a good thing that there is
142.
a few more of my companions who have it. Can't even hit a fucking 10.
Okay, what's the 18 for?
Knowledge local to provide an aid another to Eris, so that would be +7.
Okay.
Way.
17. That's enough to you know your oh, I got shot, guys. You know your local legends. There is an old legend. It's what's known as the legend of the Horsehound. It is a old legend regarding the infidelity of the nobility, specifically the wife of a high-ranking noble, a lord, who fell in love with one of his knights, only to be found and tryst in her own marital bed, and for both lovers to lose their lives as a result. Very famously, it's said that her scream as she was slain in her own bed by her enraged husband was heard throughout the entire county. And in retaliation for the act of infidelity, he had the knight buried alive with the carcass of his lecherous wife. This comes to mind because you believe you may have found the tomb in question, judging by the iconography. Let me just put on the bot next song. As sinking up out of the grime and the black light, is an undead knight wielding a long pike. Wrapped around his body is the ethereal figure of a woman. The body of the woman seems to coil around both his armor and the pike itself, and it seems to shimmer between being wrapped around his torso and being pitted on the actual pike itself. The figure draws up to his full height, towering over all of you, and easily 9 feet. Garbed in ornate black armor, seems to have been twisted together from a regular suit of plate mail that knight might wear, but bent and broken, just carefully to make it an ornate suit of armor befitting an undead. swordsman, in essence. And as the creature takes in its surroundings, and you see in its cloak this large expanse of stars and these skittering creatures, small impish beasts that run to and fro in a space of ground that isn't even there, as if the cape itself was a portal somewhere else, somewhere out in the deep dark reaches of the sky. You hear the words rattle out from between sharpened teeth and empty, lungless ribs. My darling, you've finally woken from your slumber. Finally, we will be free to walk beneath the burnished sun together. The pike clatters into the stone beneath him, the spike carving through the stone effortlessly, as if it were as easily as putting a hand through the surf. Rest your weary limbs, my love. I will bear you across this last threshold, and we will grind the tyrannous stars to sundered gold. And with the second clatter of that pike to the ground, it erupts in this rush of burning black light that seems to hold these impish creatures clattering and climbing over every facet. The lugs of the spear, where normally one would use to parry or to keep a boar in place, these creatures are climbing, clawing and swinging from it, as if they were children playing in a playground. This figure is completely enshrouded in these clawing abominations. And I think it's time to add this gentleman to the initiative order. He'll be going last.
So if I'm understanding this properly, his wife is wrapped around him as a cloak, almost.
Not his wife.
Ah.
But the noble lady that unfortunately lost her life as a result of their tryst.
Gotcha.
So Dante's Inferno kind of.
Could I throw a brick at her?
You may try.
Right. I'll make another cold shot to the head.
Okay.
Actually,
-5 as usual.
To impale. As Harry Plummer screams out, "I cast a fireball!"
29. Valiant. The female figure that is garbed in these long, flowing, spectral gowns reaches up a hand and seemingly effortlessly plucks the brick from the air.
Fuck.
As she does so, you watch as the brick withers, slowly turning to a fine white powder. By the way, let me know if that's a magical thing, like a magical weapon, just so I know, because it does do something different if it's a magical thing.
It is a magical thing.
Oh, shit. What plus?
I'll DM it to you.
Why do I get the feeling I'm not going to like this answer?
Oh no.
You can't hear how loud I'm squinting right now. Okay.
Also, it would be guaranteed to return due to a thing.
Okay, then a handprint is scorched into the surface, but it's otherwise unharmed.
Alright.
Also, let me know the details of it, because that ability of hers also lets her know what it does.
Gotcha. It's what exactly it does is yet unspecified.
But she knows what it does, you don't.
Yeah, pretty much.
Also, art credit where it's due. This is actually the picture for the Horsehound is actually a Conan album cover. I just really like it. Ah, that one. Cool.
Yes.
As it returns to your grasp, there is this ethereal purple glowing handprint with long, slender fingers. A little bit too long, a little bit too slender to be normal fingerprints. And there's this small etching, almost like a little rune at the fingertip. Like the fingerprints have been twisted around something. Be as it may, any other attack actions? Any other actions in general?
I think Maggot and Rob are just going to take 5 footsteps back.
Everyone just like, have fun with that Saucy's character. Mott, whose character art probably is the reaction he's having right now. Bird, are you alive?
Yes, I am here. Sorry, I accidentally muted my mic in real life. Okay, so looking at this thing, he notices that the woman was kind of a problem, like all women are. So he's going to target her. He slowly opens his mouth as a beam of radiation goes straight for her. Let me roll.
Now, it should be noted, radiation damage is negative energy, but there is a specific caveat that it can hurt undead.
It can hurt undead. It
Because
doesn't.
the people who wrote Gonzo don't believe in untyped damage. They'd rather just invent a new variant or something, rather than just putting untyped. I'm sorry if that ruined the mood, but fuck it.
I believe that hits their touch AC.
Okay.
Unless you say otherwise.
High or low?
Low.
Oh, didn't like that one bit, did it? How unfortunate.
What?
As you attempt to fire your beam through it, and it passes through her.
God, it's gonna be
I don't like
something
this.
like, oh, we need ghost touch for this.
I
Not really
walk
level
behind this
3.
man, and as an immediate action, I disguise myself as a log.
I am not finding artwork for that.
It's a 19, by the way.
Okay, 19 to disguise oneself as a piece of furniture. Honestly, the person you chose to hide behind is so physically large that it's not going to be an issue. You already have full cover from him.
Oh, wait, I need to add radiation to myself, and I have one more safe use of this before I get +3s to my
Terrorist.
radiation.
You have a holdover action from your last turn, and a full round.
Okay. I'd like to use a standard action to summon.
Okay.
It's the
What would
one
you
that
like?
you suggested.
I'll get my copy of Lamentations of the Flame Princess. Give me one moment, please.
While that is happening, I would actually move before I summon then.
Okay.
Or does
do my
it
guess.
take standard action?
It's a full round action. You got a standard action left over from last turn, which you can use to move.
Yeah, then I'll move and then use the summon, basically.
Okay. One minute, please. Let's find the Lamentations page.
No worries. I shall be moving over here. And I'll just hold a ruler to... Well, I'll just be summoning in their general direction.
Okay, let's see. What on earth did I leave that damn book? So this is always why you should always plan ahead for when you let people know they can use a random ass.
Also,
Fucking
Aiden, you wanted to bring something up.
Yeah, just real quick, I wanted to say that we do have a super chat. Slice
yeah.
of Life for 5 says, hire contractor, he opens a portal to the underworld. Sounds about right.
Yeah, it does.
Thanks, Slice of Life. And yeah, that does appear to be what happened.
Yeah.
All
God
is
damn it,
according to
Saucy.
plan.
Yeah, this is all
I would
Saucy's
also-
fault.
Saucy's at fault, truly.
I would also like to apologize to the chat for my wonky internet.
No, don't apologize.
So we're trying. I'm
Don't
trying
be
to
that gay.
show to the people.
Luckily for me, the Lamentation summoning takes a whole turn. Like, it'll kick in next turn. So that gives me time to find the actual PDF, which I can never find when I need it. Sod's Laura. Oh yeah, that's right, I was going to be using
Basically, Aris will then be just there a bit out, like at the edge of that circle, preparing everything for the summoning until it then, well, eventually will happen.
Okay. Alright. Right, done. The cultists have had a, shall we say, rough time, so they won't be participating in their turn. Time for the big man. Right. Han, out of curiosity, how many hit dice are the various widows you've collated? I ask because he's going to be checking to see who is the bigger threat.
Okay. 1 hit dice, 1 hit dice, 1 hit dice, 4 hit dice.
So everyone but your main character is a level 1 mook.
Yes.
Oh dear. Would you like to roll a knowledge check to find out what he is?
Isn't
Sure.
it religion?
Religion?
Mm-hmm.
$18.
How's that old adage go? It's okay to be white. W-I-G-H-T.
Oh boy.
For those of you in the cheap seats, whites are undead. They are specifically, usually, the reanimated negative energy enriched carcasses of nobles and knights, and they can rip your soul out with a touch. They can literally drain your levels from you.
Are they doing that now?
Well, we'll see. First of all, he's going to bring that pike to bear, and every time he flourishes it, there are literally these shadowy little imp creatures falling from it and bounding over it. Now, Saucy is the closest, but I do believe some people threw bricks. Now, how vicious do we want to be?
Effing shot for Han already.
Hell yeah.
Han, his biggest problem gets targeted first. I'm not surprised.
Can't believe you've done this.
I only spew radiation.
Okay.
Yours is just fucking horrifying and gross.
He will point his finger, and the mist will coil out, swirl into a tiny ball, then explode outwards into this enormous, like, hazy mist that draws itself into your lungs and tries to bore itself in past your eyelids. Could everyone within 15 feet of this X, which is the majority of the party except for Alpha Maggot, Penny, or it's just those two that aren't in the effect. Could they make a will save, please?
A will save?
Yes.
Oh, okay. If you say so.
Yes, I do.
Huzzah!
Yeah, actually, next time will be a necrotic skullbomb. We'll be dealing with negative levels.
Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry, Bill.
Don't take the attitude with me, Sunshine. I can snuff you out.
And as the people roll, Captain, thank you for the super sticker for 10.
Yes. Thank you for the wrecked
you.
sticker.
Yeah, we're getting wrecked.
We're getting a little bit wrecked.
Just slightly.
just slightly. Oh, also, Richlist has done some art for us. I don't know if you sent it to Penny, but I will send you the
Yes.
thing on Twitter if you get a chance to put it up later, probably when we have some downtime.
Probably set something up and then add it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rich list, the mad lad.
Yeah, it's the mad lad himself.
Where the
Should not be
fuck?
opening it on that browser.
Okay, so Harry, then for the other lad. Let's see.
God, this is tricky. There you go. If you're one of these poor unfortunate sods, okay. Okie dokie. So, okay, pass. A lot of passes, good grief. Everyone but Mott passes.
I'm surprised why. I only rolled an 11.
Okay. At each turn you were in this, you will have to make a save. Mott, you are now shaken.
Mm-hmm.
And you take... Oh, it really doesn't like wrong D2s. 1 point of wisdom damage.
That hurts. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
As the female figure borne on his shoulders reaches out a fingertip and coils the mist around into a explosion of thin, clammy mist. This does affect visibility. You can see approximately 5 feet. Anyone further than that has a mischance. Okay.
Thank you, Rich List, for the art, which is now visible on the stream as well.
Excellent.
Thank you, Rick.
Rip a MVP as always.
Rit is always MVP, yep.
Yep.
And for the rest of his action, he will ready his spear. Saucy.
Well, so I'm gonna piss it off a little bit. First things first. Move action to draw my gun in my free hand. Free action to do the arcane strike on my gun.
Do you have an ability that prevents you from provoking attacks of opportunity from drawing a weapon? Just asking for a friend.
I do not. However, I do have dodge, which increases my AC by 4.
Let's see
On attacks of opportunity. But okay. So are you doing that opportunity first?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, nice to see the lot cuts both ways as the pike thrusts past your head but misses you.
All right.
You can
so
see
when
look this close. You can now see all the tiny impish creatures just scuttling around the device. In fact, as you look carefully, you see a couple of fingertips reach in from the interior of the stave, as if the stave is not a physical object but a gap to another place.
Ooh.
Like it's reaching through the gap in a window.
All right.
Are
So
you saying it's almost impossible?
Yes. I would use the term non-Euclidean, but I'm not sure if Saucy's character knows what that means.
I mean, probably not due to the drug, but it depends on his level.
You have had a few bumps of coke, so we're deep enough in the session now. We can say coke.
Yes. So first things first. I will look directly at the big monstrosity and go, "You missed," but I won't. As I proceed to use my standard action to shoot him in the face. By the way, is that line badass enough to get the +1 damage? If it hits.
I approve.
Okay. So let's
hit first, though.
That's the keyword there. So 6.
Don't roll a 1 and blow your hands off.
1d7.
It's a bit mean. It's a bit mean.
1d20 +7 because it's pain. Okay, yiggity yeetus. Please don't delete us. Does the 23 hit?
That will hit his touch, yes.
Hell yeah. And so our sorry, give me just a second here. This will go 1d8 +3. d8 +3 +1 for the badass for the wit bonus. Oh, and +1 because of the arcane strike. It does count as magical in case, just as a heads up. So, I believe it can hurt ghosts and incorporeal bullshittery.
Okay.
So, 11 damage.
You level the pistol and put the round straight through the placard, covering where his gut would be had he flesh. And you actually managed to push him back onto his back foot. He looks up at you, those burning pinpricks of light where his eyeball should be. And you think you see a tinge of hatred for you.
I just look at him and goes, "Better men have hated me." And, let's see. No, I drew the pistol. Better. That'll be my turn.
Okay. Ari, you're up.
Yes. First of all, Inspector Maggot will go, "Arroyo, eh? Time to disperse the crowd." And, he will throw a flashbang at the undead. Matter of fact, he'll throw 2.
Amazing.
Okay. Both against touch.
Ooh. Is that a threat or is it just on 20?
It's just 20.
Okie dokie. The second one will hit, the first one will. These are both touch, so I'll have to use ability for the first one.
Right.
The first one is deflected. Cool. The swing the spear. The second one does hit, though.
Alright, in that case, he is automatically deafened.
Mm-hmm.
No save. He needs to save against blindness, though.
Okay.
DC... I think it's only DC 14.
Okay. He doesn't appear to be phased by the blinding portion of it.
Alright. We'll take 20 sonic damage.
Ouch.
The creature will hold its skull and howl. As you can see, thin fracture lines start to spread across the skull.
And, as he gets hit by this, he is now horrified of Officer Maggot.
Unfortunately, he is immune to it.
It bypasses immunity.
Does it bypass complete like mind affecting immunity as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Weird.
We're not without our counters.
And then Rob the Boulder, as a move action, will attempt an intimidate check to challenge him using the Road Rumble maneuver.
Okay.
Basically, if it beats his intimidate DC, then he can only attack Rob the Boulder.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, won't.
Alright. In that case, Rob the Boulder will just prepare an action to attack. Let's see. Then moving on to Gregor, he will. Fuck it. Gregor will move here and use his spear to make a triple threat.
Swing away. And that's with which weapon, sorry, was it?
Spear.
Okay. Keep in mind, could you roll me a...
D100.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking to...
Chance.
Yeah, what high or low before you
High.
Okay. Roll away. Unfortunately, it misses.
Alright. That'll be it for him. And then the Grand Vizier will cast his most powerful spell of all.
Brick?
Brick. Can I identify any anything that looks particularly vulnerable on him?
Unfortunately, not due to the mist.
Right.
Oh, by the way, Saucy, could you roll me another will save, please?
In that case, I'll just throw a lot of bricks.
Okay.
An even more powerful ability.
Okay, you pass the save. Saucy. Okay. Okay. One use of deflection. Deflect that shit. How many bricks are going to be going down range?
4.
Okay. Just roll them all, Bayless, mate.
Alright.
One bricks.
Oh,
Okay.
That last one threatens.
Okay, roll to confirm. Oh, that'll confirm, alright. So, 1 hit, 2 deflections, 1 crit.
Yes.
On the plus side, I also found my copy of Lamentations of the Flame Princess, so we'll actually get a roll on the chart.
Yay.
Okay, first brick. This is magical and bludgeoning, I believe. 24 damage.
The blow rips one of its pauldrons off.
And for the crit, the Grand Vizier will, for but a brief second, rid himself of his drunkenness to do this much damage.
Good grief.
Good grief indeed.
The blow rips off his left arm.
Good.
And nearly brings him to his knees if it weren't for his pike being in his hand. He's still up, just about.
Alright. Let's see. Ground will take 5 step back. As for the dog.
You see that the ghostly visage of the woman, visibly panicking, attempting to hold shut the wound.
I see.
The limb lay on the ground, festering, burning a hole through the stern.
Well, that'll be it for that.
Okay. Mott.
Okay.
Also, Han, I need a will save for every single person in your crew that's in the mist.
Alright. Rob the Boulder is immune to mind stuff.
Is he a construct?
He counts as a construct, yeah.
That's amazing.
Okay. So
Okay.
If anyone's got spellcraft, you can roll it to find out what the spell is.
Sure, I'll roll your spellcraft. Oh, I rolled above a 10. I'm so happy.
Okay. Yeah, you can positively ID the spell. It is a spell called Haunting Mist.
Oh, that doesn't sound fun.
Haunting Mist is a 20% mischance in an area as a shadowy mist rips out your strength. It also, as far as giving you concealment, it also, when you're in it, and if you fail a will save, you are shaken and take 1d2 wisdom damage.
Cool.
And that was a 20 on the save, that'll pass. Should set the savers a bit higher. Okay, Mott.
Okay.
What will you do?
I will gonna go like this over here. And I'm gonna seeing this woman again is being a problem as women are. I will attack that plus the -2 roll. +4 -2. Have fun. Does that hit her touch AC?
Unfortunately not, it will miss.
Okay, that's my last safe cast of that, so I'm going to get +3 every turn if I do that. Okay, immediate action, I turn into a log again. Just... Yeah, okay, that's
Just
my
playing
turn.
Gary's mod, proper.
When will the Geneva Convention ban prop blocking? Do I have a plant thing? I don't. I'll just put this radiation symbol on you.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Okay. Eris.
So, my summon.
Excellent. Now it's time for the busy bit. Roll a d20, please.
Yes, will do.
This takes the form of the creature.
4.
I accidentally hit the scroll key. Okay. It takes the form. Could you roll me a d3, please?
Yes. A D3 is not on that one thing. Okay, time to
Just
tap. Did I tap it right?
3. It takes the form of a crab. It gets 2 attacks and +2 AC. Note this down, please. By the way, this creature doesn't unsummon. So
2 attacks and
+2 AC.
2 AC. There
It's
you
one
go.
of the better ones. Okay. Next up, we. Okay. Could you? Let's see. 2 double check. Could you roll me a? Could you please inform me what? How many hit dice of creature were you looking to summon? Keep in mind there is a cut off for how safe it can be.
I don't know. I don't know the range of it.
Let's call it nice round. Same hit dice as you, 3.
Yeah, I have D6 as my hit dice.
Roll me a d6, please.
Okay. 3.
Okay. And could you roll it again, please?
Another 3.
Okay. And again, until you get above what you rolled last time. So.
2.
Okay, and again.
4.
Okay. Okay. Could you roll me 3d6, please?
3d6.
Okay.
9
First
in
one,
total. First one is a
and,
1.
and another 3d6, please.
Another. Ouch.
Okay, so 1 and 2. Okay, the creature has the beautiful ability. It has 6 by 1. It is slimy. And 2 by 1.
Oh no.
It is dripping ichor out of its face.
Hmm.
Well,
But it's still very aesthetic.
my aesthetically summoned crab.
Yes. It's basically a very, very aesthetically pleasing mud crab. Okay, and
Has one of those sparkle filters over it.
could you roll 3 times 100, D100?
Oh god, yeah. Oh.
Individually, please.
I'm very sorry for the screen. Okay, it isn't that bad. 216.
Okay, 41. It. Okay, someone rolled well. The crab is immune to normal attacks. However, it is vulnerable to cold iron. And 83, it has the telekinesis sphere.
Bruh.
So
Can I join my Discord server? With that. Wait, no, telekinesis is something different. Never mind.
Oh, I actually have a crab ready. Here you go.
Ah, lovely.
And to show that it has extra abilities, it is. I'm just going to give it this little hand symbol to show that it has the telekinesis sphere and has 2 attack. It's completely immune to fucking normal damage. For fuck's sake, you rolled the Now, the most important thing of all. What was it? Could you roll me a cast level check, please?
I forgot how to do that.
1d20 plus your level plus whatever your casting stat modifier is.
Level
Plus
plus and okay.
Oh no!
no.
I do believe you have hero points, by the way. So you
Okay,
could
we don't have
re-roll.
hero points yet.
Oh,
Here's
no,
the rule.
no. Fair
Here's the
enough.
ruling. Probably should have
Okay,
brought
just
this up
making sure.
earlier because there were some nat ones rolled, but you're doing so well. Here's the rule. Here's my ruling is. My ruling is this: if you sell a part of your past to another player, so they get to decide something about your character's history, I will allow you a hero point. Which
Can
you
I
may use to re-roll the
decide
rolls.
who it gets sold to?
No.
Damn. Okay. That's makes it more risky.
Offer me a part of your character's history to dictate, and I'll make the decision as to if it's worth the point or not. The price will go up the more often you guys do this.
Fair enough.
Sure, I'll sell a part of her history.
So it's something you wouldn't think to, really. You give an offer, I'll give a counter offer. And what we'll do is, you offer up a detail of your history for them to choose. I'll offer a counter offer, and then the party will decide which one to go for. And it'll be a roll-off to see who gets to decide it.
Oh god.
So what's your offer?
Changing how she grew up.
Okay, so the circumstances of your childhood. I accept that. Okay, everyone in the party, roll a d20.
Oh god.
Gotcha, boss.
I'm scared.
Oh, look, birds pulling the head.
Finally, I rolled something good.
Oh no.
Okay.
Bird, pick
Yes.
something about Eris's childhood upbringing.
She has
What a-
daddy issues.
Wow!
This won't be our thing for me.
Wow. Here's your hero report, I guess.
My sheet. I shall be noting it on my personality.
Now you can re-roll the check. By the way, it's a good thing you did, because if you did take the nat 1, the creature would have broken free immediately and gone on the rampage.
The crab?
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh god, the crab.
Yes, the thing that's
And
immune
it's-
to normal damage.
And it's right next to you.
Okay, yes, you gain control of the creature. You may now order it around.
It should attack the being.
Okey-dokey. Would you like to attack physically or via telekinesis?
How big is the crab?
It's only it's about the size of like a dwarf. Quite big for a crab, obviously.
Attack physically, I'd say.
Okay. It skids around and goes straight for him. And it'll try and... Could you roll 2d20, please?
2d20?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, it'll hit.
Mega fuck.
Mega, Jesus Christ.
Dogs have +5 diplomacy against
Mega,
Honey now.
she is a dog herself.
Whoa.
Stop it. She's not a white woman.
Have you seen it?
Okay, as the crab runs and just smashes its oversized claw directly into the creature. And apparently it looks to have sheared through a couple of chunks of bone.
Way.
Any other actions? You do have your turn still. You've just had your crab's action.
So... 1 moment. Okay, I probably shouldn't use Entangle with everyone being so close.
Yeah.
I mean, you could angle it in a way where it wouldn't get the whole party.
By now I should have had the ingredients on me for Shadow Ball, right?
Yes.
Then I would like to use Shadow Ball,
Okay.
which should be a standard action. Let me just check real quick. It's a 5 feet diameter sphere, so I'm not sure if it's then basically just one square or more.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe it affects adjacent creatures too.
Then I'd like to summon it over here on the square,
Okay.
so it affects only him and no one around it.
Oh no, I stand corrected. It is you have to occupy the square to be affected by it. It's just it can be moved around. So I believe it does 3d6 cold damage.
Yes. So basically you just summon where it would affect them the
Okay.
most, basically. They can do a reflex save. Well, that's their save they get.
Okay. And I think that will probably pass. What's the DC?
The DC should be 17.
Okay, will unfortunately pass. It'll take half. Still, you can still see the armor burnish and the bones crack under the just sheer amount of cold radiating from that sphere.
Should I roll 3d6? Or does it just get that
Please.
flat? Or not?
Yeah, roll the 3d6.
13.
Ooh, yeah.
Also, the light level is lowered within 5 feet of it.
Unfortunately, it's superseded by the effect of the gate spell.
Okay.
Well, not gate, but portal spell. Okay.
That should be it for my turn.
Okay, its turn. Step 1, let's deal with Mr. Krabs. Oh, good grief. Okay. As a... It doesn't have an offhand limb to use, but it does have a shoulder. So the armored knight dips low and brings its armored shoulder upwards in a hooking motion and catches the crab in the face, sending it hurtling backwards, smashing into a nearby pillar. It will take a negative level, and it's immune to normal physical damage, so it doesn't take the impact. But yeah, it's down a level. It's got 2 more until it dies. And it will... The wight will turn around. He will dispel his mist effect. He will target Harry and hurl his spear. He will use a villain point to re-roll his spear throw.
What happened?
He re-rolled a bit too well. For the interest of clarity, I'm going to go ahead and roll this next d20 in roll 20. Okay. Okay. What's Harry's AC?
Harry's AC is 13.
I see.
Yes.
Okay, you're in luck because this class is quite vicious. Could you roll me a fort save, please?
Sure. 18.
Okay. How much health do you have, out of curiosity?
28.
Okay. You're in luck. You have been dealt precisely 27 hit points of damage.
Oh.
As the spear critted on its
I
throw.
see.
But being it is a one-handed weapon now, it's taking some penalties to damage, so that didn't get multiplied. Though you have been literally knocked off your feet.
Alright.
If you're as low as if you rolled any lower, you probably would be missing a leg.
Yeesh.
Would be
It
funny.
caught you in the hip and like physically wrenched you off the ground and span you round.
I see.
As last action, he will use a quicken channel. Could... Oh, God damn, that's amazing. Everyone but Eris, Mott, and Harry, roll me a will save, please.
Lol.
What about the crab?
Crab's out of range. It's actually, is it? No, it's 20 foot. Crab's affected.
Oh, fuck.
Get right.
What would be the will save for the crab?
I'll roll it.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
Okay, if you...
Nat 20, boy.
Okay, and was that 18 the... Oh, it was 18 the fort save. Okay, so Saucy takes half. If you're immune to negative energy, this doesn't apply to you. But I'm going to need will saves for... to do with a majority of the North team. Okay.
Rob
Seems
is
like,
immune.
okay. If they're not immune, they take all everyone else has passed. They're taking half, so 6 points of negative energy damage. That'll be his turn. Saucy, you're up. This thing has just emitted an enormous pulse of black light, and it's. You can see some of your hair that's falling in front of your face turn grey and wilt off your head. One of your fingernails turns black and drops off.
I forgot how negative energy bonus that works. Sorry.
It's just energy type damage, so you take 6, unless you have a resistance if I'm going.
I got spell resistance. Does it count as that?
Spell resistance applies to spell cast. This thing specifically, not for channeling.
Okay. Well.
It should be noted that the creature is currently unarmed. Quite literally. So it's an functioning hand.
Does it still have the spear?
No, it's currently embedded in your hip.
Ah, lovely. He's disarmed.
There's always a bright side of things.
So,
Oh yeah.
You can feel something squirming in the wound.
Yeesh.
Sorry, wait, I'm fixing this right quick. There we go. All right. Well, I'm gonna do a couple things. So, free action. Gonna do the arcane strike on my pistol once again. Free action. I'm going to use because you know what you hit me with multiple times between the mist and that little number. That gives me a total of 6 potential, which I think I will spend 2 of it to now activate Surging Strike, which will give me an extra d4 damage of the same type till the beginning of next turn on whatever I place my arcane, which is, of course, the pistol. I will also be using... Let's see, do I have anything for weight? No, I think I'll sit my happy ass. And I'm going to now proceed to try and fuck up his world. So, R. /R 1d20 plus. Mass work. Inside 7. So 7.
That'll hit.
Does a 22 hit?
That will hit.
All right. Prepare for a world of hurt. 1d8 plus 3 plus 1 for the arcane strike plus 1d4. Forgetting any bonuses. Oh, it's perfect. Sorry, I'm just making sure I have all my bonuses.
I wouldn't worry too much.
I know. But I'm going to go out with a bang, if I say. Oh, I forgot I have access to Rivening Strike 2, which it takes a -2 against my future spell rolls and all that. But that's not a big deal, so let's just blow it away for right now. Which it does. Damage. 10 damage, pretty respectable.
Okay.
So, I say, looks like you're unarmed. Let me give you a hand. As I... Would you count that as +1 damage?
Yes.
Or is that lame? Alright.
Alright.
Alright. 11
Okay,
damage.
You reach out with the muzzle of your pistol, you level it on his chest, and you put around, cling for his breastplate, and there's this horrid pause. As the smoke clears, you see through the cracked breastplate this lead plate that's now been smashed in two by the bullet. With this long litany of curses, an ancient Lysian.
And what?
His first, you see cracks go start traversing up his mandible, up through the skull. You see his fingertips begin to drop from his body. He reaches out as if to try and claw at you, and his arm discorporates into dust.
Nice.
And with a final death rattle, he slumps to the ground.
I think you found the off button, boss.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of combat.
With a
I'll
sudden
do it.
gurgling cough, Harry Plummer will attempt to pull out the spear and start applying some salve to the wound.
The old track back on. The portal remains.
Okay, I go up to Harry, and I'm going to use one to cast Infernal Wounds, or whatever the fuck that spell is called, to give you fast healing.
I'm good, lad. Give it to some of the other boys.
There is a spear sticking out of you still.
Should I push it out, or should I pull it out, or push it through? What will be the advisable course
Well,
of
you
action?
could try and push it through, but there's 10 foot of pike to go.
Okay, that'd be a little awkward, and I'm not too fond of splinters. So.
Oh, that's not good enough to use that.
It caught you
Okay.
in the lugs. It's designed to be able to be ripped free pretty easily.
Alright.
More of an old beast than a prop spear.
Cool. In that case,
I don't think
rip it out and immediately start applying salve to the wound, along with pressing a
Roll me a
rag.
heal check, please. Even if it's just a wisdom check for you.
Got no wisdom.
I can tell.
Indeed. Bruh,
Of course you did.
the Grand Vizier built different.
You just get out of a thing of like no more nails glue and like glue yourself shut.
He just back it, or he front flips himself while the spear remains in place. He just stays.
You are now the proud owner of a nice spear.
Anything particularly fancy about it?
It is-
that I could tell.
It is visibly magical. It is covered head to toe in old and very, very potent-looking runes that have only gone stronger with time.
If only I could read.
Let's
I
see.
know what this would say.
I'll try and read it then, or look at it and try and identify what the fuck it is.
Roll spellcraft.
Got it.
Also, Eris would offer to use Cure Light Wounds.
Okay. 26.
Okay. This is the Pike of the Howling Horde. It is it is something of a not quite legendary weapon, but it certainly has its role in the myths. It was traditionally used by Horsehound back when he still had a full name and a title. When he made a name for himself as the sort of person you'd send in to cull entire rebellions by himself.
Good lord.
Sort of the urban pacification type of night.
I like that guy. Then.
What this is works like a normal pike, so it's a long spear, 1d8 damage times 3 crit. It is a +1 weapon. It is curse spewing.
Oh.
So if hit by it, you need to make a DC 15 will save, or be cursed. And most importantly, is the Howling Horde. The Howling Horde, when activated, is for 10 rounds a day, a summoned ability that will hang on you like a mantle. Anyone who gets within 5 feet of you, so anyone adjacent to you, takes damage as if attacked by a troop. Because there is literally a horde of imps bound to the spear.
Damn.
The horde also does 1d8 plus your charisma modifier.
Nice. Yes,
You can
it's a good thing I didn't know.
a focus item, in which case it will switch to whatever your casting stat is for the damage.
Ooh.
Well, that's mine.
Fair
Fucking
enough.
stab by it.
Bill, may I roll a use magic device to see if I can dissipate the arcane gateway?
You may try.
All right, yeah, because I don't have any spell specific, but I am a spellcaster, so hopefully.
Okay. Grab.
1d20 plus.
Let me just change the details. Controlled by all players. Crip.
So I'm going to place my hands down on the outer edge of the circle and begin trying to push some arcane energy into it to see if I can disrupt it enough.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You see it shimmer slightly, and you can see something on the other side of the portal. It's more like an extra-dimensional space. You can see an enormous piece of metal.
I'm going to reach in and grab it.
Okay, I'm glad you said that.
Damn it.
I knew you'd say that. As you...
Oh, no.
As soon as you touch the surface, it drags you in physically.
Can I...
You may try
Is
to
there a way
resist. It's a strength check.
God, my worst stat. Fuck.
Could one of the North FC lads try and help him out? Hold on to him.
You may try. It'll be an aid another. Roll it.
Alright. Hey, not bad.
I control and oppose. Oh, it's close.
Provides +7.
He just goes...
It rips 3 of your fingernails out, getting free.
Dead said, not dead.
So, did I manage to escape being grabbed?
Just about.
I'll let out a...
Sans 3 of your fingernails.
Oof. I'll wave my hand in pain and go. I'll look at the North guy who managed to hold on to me and goes, thank you. You get some extra sausage rolls when we get back to the office. And I'll let him stop.
I'd rip your nails out any day for sausage rolls.
I guess, did it sort of close the portal after that, or is it still wide open?
It's still very much there, and you can still see the enormous electrum plate beneath the waters. But you did manage to calm the fluid down, so at least now it's not going to be wrenching at you anymore.
And that's the thing we need, boss.
I look at it and go, that is, but how do we get it out? Question.
Could Eris help? Possibly?
Roll me spellcraft.
Spellcraft.
By the way, Mod is hiding underneath this table just in case if there's a magical explosion or something.
Man, it's clever. This man is... Okay, you know something that would help. Easy way to do it would be to bring it to the surface with telekinesis. Luckily, you have a crab.
Way.
However, the crab is, whilst it is mentally dominated, it does need... You do need to ask it, because it doesn't really quite understand how things work. It is literally born today.
Buddy. Buddy, pal.
Bucko.
Bucko, pal. Snipping noises, okay. I will try to respond in snipping noises to bring us the plate.
it nudges a claw towards across to your illustrious leader and goes click 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 click.
Yes, to that man.
Saucy, roll. What's your CMD? Come on, roll a 20. Saucy, you find yourself levitated into the air.
14. My CMD is 14.
It doesn't matter. Roll a 20. It legit ass roll the fucking.
Oh no!
You're going into Brazil.
Yeah, I want to go to Brazil.
I would like to hopefully make disapproving snipping noises.
It lets go of him directly over the portal.
I will give. Wait. Above?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, no. I would like to use the hex prehensile hair. And with my hair, I would like to catch Saucy before he falls into the
Roll
pool.
me a sleight of hand check.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Because this is.
Is there something-
Sleight
One
of
smartest
hand.
of all.
I don't have it as
Dex check then.
yeah. Dex check.
Don't roll a 1.
Saucy goes into
Now,
Brazil.
ladies and gentlemen, what have we learned today? We've learned,
20.
bruh, you actually catch him.
Nice.
Yep.
Glass has done it.
I shall place him over here in the square. Just drop him off over there. Just sorry.
I'll watch out.
It holds up its claws and does a little like jig in a circle.
I give the crab some head pats. And then I will point towards the plate in the water.
It will physically go up to it, reach in, and lift up the plate.
I
For a
give
mix of
it
its
a
raw
thumbs
brute
up.
force. It will bring it over to Saucy as if to apologise in its own strange way. This thing is
I will-
huge. It is pretty much the majority of the circle.
I will.
A 10-foot
I will head pat
ovoid.
and go good. For
This arm.
Just drops it onto Saucy.
It is a. If he dropped it onto Saucy, Saucy would die. This thing is like a.
Yeah.
It has to be about 300 pounds of electrum.
Oh wow.
You need help moving this boss?
Yeah, we're gonna need you and your boys to
Wait,
help Hito it out.
how long is the crab around for?
It's just around.
Can we ask it to carry it out?
Yes.
Wait.
Saucy,
Hey,
there is a
friend.
there is a series of runes on the surface of the of this mirror-sheened electrum. Do you do anything
I
with it,
cast
or-
read magic.
Okay. You may. Here,
Alright, I
what
do
do you see? You don't need to roll anything. Because you see this.
Oh, cool.
Is this like that yellow sign bullshit, Bill?
You, after a while of watching the liquid surface of the electrum just pulse with thick, like almost like ribbons of prismatic light, that one rune really sears itself into your brain. When you blink, it's gone.
Ah, damn it. I wipe my eyes and go, did I figure out what it meant, though? Or was it just the rune?
I'm not sure what it meant, but there's you have a new kind of sense of perspective. It can't, like, for once in your life, you kind of feel like you've got it all together. Like you've really got a kind of focus.
Oh, we're fucked
I'll-
then.
I'll just go, it's old. It's definitely old, as I wipe off the surface and just go, but this is a payday, everybody. Y'all did good. Now we just gotta close this portal and I guess
portal is already beginning to decay.
Ah.
It will naturally disperse with some time.
Okay. As they're messing around with the electrum, I'm rummaging through these books to find interesting things.
Okay. You find a number of tomes on number of very obscure arcane practices.
Is one of it radiation?
There's runic magic. There is true naming.
Okay, that's cool.
There is something called Treatise on the Akashic Record.
Fun.
And there is a final book entitled Subterranean Animism.
I take all of them.
On the splitting of the Thaum.
I take all of them.
The third one does seem to concern the matter of vision magic.
Is that the magic I cast?
Yes.
Ooh. I kind of, like, underneath my table. I go back underneath the table because I don't give a shit. And start looking through this book.
It is very heavily annotated. There is something... There is also a notation of something called the Deep Sun, which is a premise of containing a thermal fusion reaction inside an ocean in order to contain it more efficiently.
This is amazing. This is giving me more ideas for war crimes. Amazing.
I would also like to go into those rooms to just look around.
Okay.
Take everything that's not nailed down.
As you get near the table, he kind of hisses at you.
I will hiss back.
Mott, sorry. Mott gets out underneath the fucking table. He kind of dusts himself off, making sure he doesn't look like a log right now. Oh. What's on the table right now, actually?
On the table is an Alchemy Lab.
Okay, that's going straight into my bag right there.
Could I roll perception to see if there are any books in a language I would know?
You may.
Because I have Common, Sylvan, Terran, Celestial, Abyssal, and Aklo.
Roll away. As Bill realizes, the encounters he wrote for this are going to be at least 2 weeks worth of work. Oh yeah, you find a doozy.
Oh hey. Well, 25 is the total thing.
I should have rolled. I got excited.
You find an annotated copy of Al-Azif, which translates roughly to the screaming of fiends. It is essentially an abridged variant of the Necronomicon. So it doesn't got all the beefy stuff, but it's got a lot of the theory.
Mott looks over your shoulder. Can Mott have?
Sure.
Mott thinks.
For reference, Al-Azif in Lycia proper rather than in Swag Key, where you guys originate from, having a copy of Al-Azif can get you lynched.
Sure.
That's why it's going on the bottom of the
in Swag
stack.
Key, they trade in all sorts in Swag Key. They still legalize slavery, so all bets are off there. It's not officially legalized, mind you, but it is.
Not thankful. I touch your shoulder for a second. It leaves a glowing a glowing fingerprint.
Please, no one attack the crab. Hold on.
The crab is just kind of standing there and just taking it.
Gosh. The crab is just getting ganged up on. But
Well,
just Han.
They can't really do much to him. He's completely immune to physical damage.
Do I find anything in this room, Bill?
Yes, indeed, you do. There seem to be a number of personal effects of some of the cultists. Letters from home, letters to home that never got sent. A number of bottles of fine wine.
Okay, I'll take the wine.
There's also what appears to be a collapsing magical stave.
A medical stave.
A magical stave.
Oh, magical. Ooh. I will definitely also grab that because that could sell in my business. So I'll grab the wine, the stave, and anything that looks like that'll be worth something. The letters are worthless. In fact, the cultists are all dead. Let's add insult to injury. I'm going to take my flint and steel and burn that wooden case where those letters are.
Okay.
If there's
Well,
still magical.
It goes up.
Sorry.
So all their letters, yeah. And I'll just take the staff and the good wine and whatever pocket change and be like, for cultists, they didn't have a lot.
There is one piece of paper left after all the letters burn.
Oh.
It's written in Infernal.
Oh, don't care.
I will take the paper and roll it up and be like, might need to.
The one language I skipped out on.
Yeah, I don't speak Infernal either. May I roll linguistics to see if I can piece together a
You roll
gist?
linguistics? Anyone else searching around?
I'd like to in general look around for more herb or plant related books.
What's in this room up here, Bill?
2 chests.
I see if they're locked first, or if there's any traps.
Move this around. Okay, all the way.
Okay, a
Roll
perception check.
Yep.
This is okay. An 18.
They appear to be clear.
Okay, are they locked?
Top one is, bottom one isn't.
Okay, let me unlock the top one then. I got disabled device. Pretty good.
Okay.
I take out my traveler's any fuel, by the way. Just okay.
It's a help.
Unlock it.
You just pop the hinges.
Easy.
Inside, you find a 12-pack of Cure Light Wounds potions.
Okay.
1 vial that you can't identify. It's very cold to the touch.
I've crafted alchemy.
Roll it.
Okay. 1 plus 8. 19?
Yep. You don't know what this is.
Fair enough. It's going in the bag anyways.
And the last item is a scroll.
I look at it.
It's a scroll, alright?
Okay, it's going in the bag.
The other one contains a very ornate-looking, almost snake pattern knife. Very wavy blade. Razor sharp.
I do, okay, like, since no one's looking, I do, like, pretend moves, you know, like the Star Wars guy with the brooms, like, you know?
It makes this very strange hissing noise when it swung.
Who cold? Nice, nice. Mine. Can I roll spellcraft on to see if it's a magical item?
Yes, you may.
Okay. Yes. Say, don't fail me now. Oh yeah. Okay.
You don't know what it is.
Okay, go in the bag.
Okay.
I walk out. I set the case of Cure Light Wounds down in front of me and thinks for a second, puts down the scroll as well. Everything else is his.
Okay.
I'll go up and go, good find, Owlman. Did anyone
You
find
get none.
anything?
I slap you in the face. You get none.
Okay, I'm going. You slap me. I just look at you and go, I would advise you to think on your actions before doing something. And I will look down into the bag.
And I think again. I slap him again.
Fucking get him, lad!
All right.
The Northmen are cheering this on. as the dog continues to
The
bark.
crab is also cheering.
Cool. I'm going to just straight up punch him.
Okay.
Let me ask, Bill. Can you arcane strike your fist?
Yes.
I will follow the crab, by the way, as I saw it
Ah,
skitter
lovely.
away.
Get her scattered.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm gonna arcane strike my fist as a free action, and
As you enter the room, you find the crab hunched over what can only be described as, well, something. You're not sure what. You don't have a light source on you.
I
you
do
do have
have
that.
a lantern.
So why can't you see that? You have dark vision on your sheet.
Yes, I do.
No, well, that's not. Is it not gone on?
It wasn't.
Oh,
Didn't you have
it's-
something with nocturnal or other thing?
It most certainly hits me. I sure am just wearing
There you go.
robes.
For a second, I thought it was a giant D20 in the room. The
No.
most terrifying.
You
of
find your
things.
crab hunched over a crate of what appears to be gold bullion, shoveling it into his mouth.
What is bullion?
Gold bars.
Oh, I will give him a head pat and mention that I would like some too.
It's a good crab.
Yes.
Yes, good crab.
He picks it.
okay. Like I hit you to make a point. I don't hit you to actually hurt you too much. I'm making a
You
point.
smell gross. Walks away.
The crab will pick up the crate of gold bars, place it on its back, and skitter off.
I will follow the crab.
Let me just switch that to a token.
Mhm.
Okay, these are white.
Mott.
Disapprovingly at you keeping things from the party. I say keeping things from the party.
Oh god, where did the crab go? Where is the crab going? I did not see where the crab
Crab,
went.
you
Oh.
get you back here. I see.
It seems to be getting
golden
faster the more
gold
gold it shovels into its mouth.
I asked the crab to please stop.
Can I
Freeze in
roll
place.
something to see why it's being this way?
I would
It has
ask
gold
it
on the
to
back.
please stop eating the gold.
It tilts forward slightly and just vomits gold outwards. It's been changed into minted currency.
Oh,
I will slap away anyone from the crab. That was the crab's find. I will give the crab head pats.
But no care.
crab will get it.
Money means nothing.
That is the crab's payment for getting the plate out of the portal. So,
It's a lot of fucking payment.
yes.
Yeah, that's
Yes, and
we get a 10% cut.
Or we've
More
been
normal.
denied our workman's comp.
was this
Yeah.
in the contract that you get a 10% cut?
The bars are quite large. There's enough for one for every person.
I
Okay.
take a bar without asking and walk away.
That'll keep you fed, clothed, and housed for a good long while.
You ready?
Comfortably.
Yes.
I'll take a bar.
As long as you just
That'll
carve
be
a
like-
chunk off the end. It's not very. It's not a very good quality of gold.
Still gold.
Gold's gold.
Gold's
Yeah.
gold, as we say in the business.
It's low enough density that it can be carried comfortably by a person, but still, it's a fuckload of gold.
I'll just take a gold bar. Be like, there we go. That should invest in the business nicely.
The Baz
Alright.
Brigade will also happily help with carrying some of the gold.
Okay, as you're getting, are you basically just robbing the place blind and heading out?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Could I inspect that staff first, just to see what it is?
Your spellcraft check to identify.
You got it.
You rolled that.
Can
I
you-
shall take you to your bosun, who is handling the management of the ship in your absence. It's a simple little.
If you need
Not
spellcraft,
bullshit.
Eris can help as well.
I think
Yeah, I'm gonna.
They're gonna need it.
I don't assist. Fuck you, Saucy.
No one can roll for shit. No one has an.
I still
perfectly
rolled
clear-
as high as Saucy and higher than Bird, so I'm happy.
Yeah. So that's what, a 16, 17.
I ain't assisting. Who do you think I am?
Notice that whenever
What?
the Birdman says anything derogatory to you, the staff glows very slightly.
The Staff of Masochism.
Can I roll spellcraft on the staff?
You may basically that effect gives everyone a reroll.
Oh, okay.
Oh, even
You've
worse.
actually- Okay, so you rolled a 3. Anyone else?
I sure am rolling a 3.
Oh, an
Hey, I
18.
rolled.
Roll me. Are we rolling spellcraft again?
Yes,
Yep.
because
Yeah.
unbeknownst to Bird, he's accidentally activated one of the.
Oh.
So enough to +2, which gives you 20, which is enough to let you know what this is. This is the Staff of Belittling.
So, indeed, kind of like masochism.
You can cast Reduce Person,
For
Reduce
words.
Animal, Shrink Item, or Mass Reduce Person.
That's hilarious.
Primarily used for transporting captives. Judging by the notes.
Someone would
What?
probably buy this.
You could give it to me for free.
This one has been labeled. This one has. Well, this one's been modified slightly in that it can be used as a bastard club. This one is nicknamed the Slaver Stick.
No, I don't need slaves. Radiation harms all. I say, as I cast the spell to make myself glow.
This
Let me
encounter
roll that.
taken like 2 hours longer than I expected.
Okay, making sure. Okay,
Okay.
I do not have a meltdown, sadly.
I believe I've seen some of the gangs from the Sandlands use these.
You have.
Do you think they would get a decent amount of money?
Possibly.
It's worth quite a bit.
Okay, so
Well,
my
I'll
rad
put it
level
in
is
our.
at 13. Cool.
I'll put it in the quote-unquote antiquities office until we find a buyer, or we may use it. We'll see what the night brings, shall we?
Yeah, we're going to
Now-
have to do this as 2-sessioner. Okay. With everything ripped up, you head on out to the ship. Handled by your
Good.
bosun, your good old bosun, Farrand. Please ignore the fact that that is clearly Sweet William from Sharp. I needed a placeholder image. And quite frankly, Farrand isn't going to be in this enough to really warrant anything else. Morning, sirs. The
Good morning.
light is creeping up above the horizon now.
Morning.
Any luck?
Yes, yes.
Great as always says. Anything you need help with? Bring the boys around.
Just help us load our cargo as I point to the crab hauling the big ass electrum piece.
Right, you are, sir. Right. He'll get the ship in position to be fully loaded up. Make good time, sir. You should be back in town by nightfall. Any preference of route?
No preference, but quickest way would probably be better. Also, get me and everyone here some drinks and some good food, and I'll lean over and listen. And if you could get me a couple of bumps, that would be nice as well. If you have any on board, and I'll lean back up and pat him on the shoulder and go, "You're doing a fine job."
Right, sir. Always got your best interest at heart. He'll hand you a vial of white powder.
Oh, you said bombs. You should stop.
Good man, and I'll kind of flick him a gold piece as a tip. Envious.
You take good care of me, says I'll take good care of you.
Can I have bums?
That's the spirit.
Like homeless people? Can I get more? Or Mott? Fuck. Ugh.
Let's head home, ladies and gents. I think we're in for a long night. I know I am.
Drink one.
And I think we shall end the session on the next portion, which we might just continue this next week if the scheduling doesn't allow for us to go forward. But, ladies and gents, welcome to your favourite dive bar.
Oh.
Welcome to the Hobbit Hole, everyone's favourite halfling-run establishment in all of Swag Key. Also, the only bar you've not been kicked out of.
We're still in the dungeon.
We have to drag us over still.
Yeah, it's being a bit finicky. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Both when I do be like that. Ugh.
Yeah. Oh boy.
I like this
All
place
of
better
North
when
FC rushes in.
It's going to be cramped as shit.
it.
The majority of the clientele are halflings, except the proprietor, who is a half-orc.
I would like to use a blanket to cover the chest the crab has on its back. Because, well, just gold bars.
If after everyone's taken their bar each, it's just swallowed the remainder and is keeping it as internal thing. As
A walking wallet.
It's one of its effects it rolled.
I shall.
Nice.
Night. Finding bums.
Just gonna delete that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna buy a round of drinks for everyone in the bars, including the bar.
The orcish proprietor will look up, very warty green skin. You can get the feeling that he's not a full-blooded orc, that he's like crossed with something else, but you can't quite put your finger on it. Whatcha? What brings you out this way then? Been a long while.
Drinking.
What gather that for interest? Otherwise you wouldn't be here.
What my simple friend is trying to say is we are celebrating, my man.
You
For
calling
a
me
job
simple?
I just wink and go, I'm joking with you, Basil. Come now, come now.
I'll have you know, I'll graduate at top of my class at the Wizard Academy.
I give Basil...
I was so proficient, they put me in special education.
I hand Basil the first mug of ale and go, I'm just messing with you, bud. Here you go. And
Good Southerners. The Daffys.
I will just look over and go, buy a drink for everyone in the house, please.
Oh yeah, typical northern parishioners. Never give us thought of aliens a look in. Right. Pass it round. This man pours pints like it's second nature. He's like literally one pump of the keg and it's a full pint and it's down the bar already to you.
Bruh.
Might have something to do with the fact that he is stronger than everyone in this room who's not you guys combined.
Thanks for that one, Nagubu. Appreciate it.
What?
Eris will offer the crab.
You know my name is Colin. You've been here before. He will give you a stern stare. So.
Ah!
Oh.
Must have been one of the other ones.
I know, we never can tell us apart, can we?
Aye.
Anyway. Carvey, what brings you out this way? You don't normally have any money.
A successful mission, of course.
Yeah, successful mission. Good.
Yes.
No one died.
Must be slim pickings if you lot coming back successful.
Well, the antiquities business is actually booming as I pull out the gold bar and to show them, just keeping it close to me.
You'll like cover it up and put it onto the like fucking cover it up when it gets all shot.
And I'll put it back in my
Do it
my
more.
pouches.
I want him shot.
As I put it in my pouch and say, "Beaut, wasn't it?" Got enough
around here, bloody hell. Cool. I've seen people get killed over a lot less than that.
The streets are a bit more respectable as of late, or at least quiet. Which reminds me, what the hell has been going on lately?
Cool. You have no idea, do you? Oh,
Well, we've been
place
gone.
palaver. Some big bastard on the back of a bloody elephant's been running around the place. Doing laps
Killing
around the city,
bums.
trumpeting like a fucker. Look, some idiot from a bloody barbarian tribe out west. Traipsing in here out of the waste. Started doing rounds of the place, causing a hustle.
How many bums he killed, though?
At least 3.
Good.
Not good enough.
At least 1 man bloody siege.
I'll help him with killing bums if that's needed.
It's not that, we need to get rid of the bastard. He's blocking trade routes. Even that fat fucking elephant of his have sat down in the middle of the main trade route, and I won't let any of the carts by. Anyone gets too close, get thrown into the bloody stratosphere.
Mm.
Bellowing
fair.
from it.
I'll take a drink of the beer and then followed up by snorting the vial and just go, fucking hell, let them try and mess with us. We're the biggest, we are the biggest and baddest in these here parts. We're coming up, don't you know? As he takes another swig, boasting about himself and everyone here. Killed one of them undead fuckers, you know the ones. As he begins to feel the the effects of taking an upper and a downer at once.
Bloody hell. You gotta keep careful with that lot, you can give yourself a heart attack. As you drain your drink, you notice there's something stuck to the bottom of the bottle.
Mm-hmm. I'll peel it off.
It's a piece of paper, like a playing card. On the back of it, or the part like facing you that you can see at first, written in a very flowing cursive. It just simply states, "Be very careful."
I look up at the bartender and go, "Is this a joke, mate?"
None of mine. I can't read alright.
Be very careful, also saucy. You fucking what, mate? Is this a joke you're playing on me?
Yeah.
By the way, Bill, I feed my beer to the crab.
The crab gets the beer.
You get the crab fucked up.
Yeah, of course. It's for science. I want to see what
You gotta
crabs
get it
are
tickled.
drunk.
Eris
Yeah,
is
what they
gonna
say.
drink her own beer.
Readings for puffs and the feeble-minded. Learned that in school.
This card feels weird.
The card?
Right.
Sorry.
Like it's something about the texture of it seems weird. Like there's movement to it. Seems to be a regular King of Hearts there.
I will toss the card. Wait, is the card like? Does it seem like a regular card, or is it like one of those metallic cards?
So you've become very muffled. Could you repeat that, please?
Okay. So what do you want me to roll for that?
Roll me a sleight of hand check, please, or just a dex.
Sure. Do sleight of hand. More. $18.
This give to the paper. It's like there's a. You think this is a trick card? With the stuff,
I will.
it's one of those ones like you snap your fingers on it and it like changes what the card is.
Ooh.
Like the material of the card or the face of the card?
Face the card. It will. If you click your fingers in the right orientation, it will change it from King Hearts to something else, but you're not sure what it will change to.
I will press on the end of the card to see what it changes into.
Click your fingers.
Yeah.
It's a blank card with what's written on it. Take a half-hour nap. Then I will arrive and speak to you. You are in
Does it have...
the bottom.
I'll click the card again to see if it gives the location.
Nope. Though the face of the card is still a King of Hearts, it has changed as well. The symbol is now this.
Bad omen. Looks dead. He die.
I'll just, I'll keep looking down at the cards and just place it into my front pocket, pushing it down in there, and go, I guess someone wants to talk business. Take another drink, and be like, I'll look at everyone and be like, feeling like up for a few more missions? Could be lucrative. As I'm looking at everyone else. Oh.
You said, ask if you guys are up for more missions.
Sure.
Okay. So, will it just be drinking this evening, or are you going to heed the advice of the card? Is the question.
Let's see. How much do I drink?
Roll the dice to see if I'm getting drunk.
Pretty much.
Yeah, sorry, I can't help myself.
What
See
dice
how
do we need to
long-
roll to get drunk?
See
What do we
how
roll?
it's just a fort save.
Fort save.
See how many drinks in you need to get, because you need to have as many drinks as your con modifier before you start getting drunk.
So my con is
My
14.
con modifier is 0.
Damn.
So 1.
Yes.
That's why I don't drink.
I mean,
That's my
Don't.
14.
11. Well, I have 14. Yours is 21.
Damn it.
Okay, after a
I'm
few
gonna
beers,
just be drinking.
after a few beers in, yeah, and a real good time.
Nice.
Colin will pipe up. Any of you want shots at all? We got something a bit special in.
What?
Gets out a bottle, and it's got a picture of a horse on it.
It's a
Kind of a greyish bluish toned horse. Very ornate blue bottle, like you'd normally see in like an apothecary shop.
Can I roll craft alchemy on it?
Mm-hmm.
Also, the chat asks if
Okay.
there are any girls at the bar present, excluding
yes, there-
ours.
There are a
If
few.
there's any
they are
girls there, I
halflings.
want to do them.
Unfortunately, there are so many people in the fucking bar that they are actually underneath the main character.
Saucy sitting on them. Jesus Christ, Saucy.
Calm down.
I mean, look. No, I said I'd behave.
Behave yourself. We're on stream. Don't say anything you wouldn't want put down on the record.
Okay, so
I got a 13,
Sorry.
by the way, Bill. I don't.
You have this stuff looks fancy, and
Mott will drink. Takes bottle.
he'll
Pours
pour
some
out
shot.
a line of shots for everyone. He's just, do you just want it straight, or do you want it with the thing it's meant to come with?
Iris
What
will
Right.
come with?
the thing that comes with it.
When old Randall's Brewery sold me this, they included this. He'll hold out as he pours out all the shots, it's just a very plain kind of bluish greyish toned liquid. But what he has is a small wooden box inside which are these really ornate thin stirring rods with this coiled design on it, made of what appears to be ivory.
A little brace check on it?
It's just a simple same price as everything else, really. It's 5 gold a shot, unfortunately. They were very particular about pricing.
I will ask the crab for 5 gold.
Just goes, and just vomits up a handful of coins.
give me 5, and I'll pass the 25 gold over.
Iris will clean off the coins and hand them to the bartender.
Right. I'm not going to ask. Well, here's how you meant to do it. I'm going to make sure that I know another fella from the brewery should be able to do this. Right.
Also,
No, it's a two. It's a 2-shot drink, right?
Mm.
He knocks back the drink, puts it down. It's now halfway empty. He takes out the stirring rod. He stirs it round clockwise 5 times, and says, "Right, how to go again? I wish this was the best unicorn ever." The drink fills itself up to full and turns rainbow-coloured.
Kind of a fruity drink, and I will start downing my shots straight. Just so.
He drinks it, and there's this look on his face like someone's just popped a spoonful of just raw honey into his mouth. Like, very sweet. That's very, very sweet. Not my cup of tea. Oh. It's also, does everyone follow suit?
Yeah.
Drink mine last.
Okay, everyone downs it. Oh. Yep. He looks up at the bottles like, who the hell names these things? Why'd you call a drink Jeff?
I'm gonna
Fucking
step in here for
Cloyd.
1 minute while we're on this, just to if you're watching and you have no idea what the hell just happened, that was a throwback. Okay, that was a reference. That was a reference, but I wanted to interrupt here for a minute because that was a reference to a wish that was made. Well, what was it? A long time ago. And if you in any way, if you have been enjoying the show as we go forward, and there's something that you would like to have happen in the campaign, you can pay Bill and he will do it. And I want to ask
pay the
Bill-
show's costs.
Pay the show,
And
right?
pay
It's
very many artists and contributors.
Yes. So Bill, how much is it for that, by the way? Just I wanted to get this out of the way while we're on the topic before I forget. Yeah.
Okay, the current wish rates are, wishes are currently any contribution £20 or up will get you a wish. That will change as demand and supply kind of realign, but for the time being, any donation of £20 or up will net you some influence over the game.
You're all done it.
That will return to the original price eventually of
20 pounds
25
is what? That's like 25 US. Something like that.
about that.
So if you want to
Release rate, apparently.
influence the game in interesting ways, if you leave a super chat, say that that's what you want to do, and then we'll make sure that you get in contact with Bill so you can tell him. Don't say it publicly unless you want it to be publicly known. If you want to do something to mess with people, kind of behind the scenes, so he can work it into the narrative, right?
Yep.
Hey, Aiden, don't call it what it is. Torture the players. Come on now.
Yeah, that's what it's there for.
Be coy about it.
When we go
Yeah,
over
we
to
can
when we
torture the
go
player.
when we go over to the influencers, I might actually have to start giving them a cut, which means the price will go up. But
fair enough.
then that's when it gets really fun.
What's that in real money? About $25, I think, is what we'll set it.
Yeah.
That's what we did before, so a couple years ago. Yeah. But
These guys are cheap and cheerful. And I guess I'm introducing the lower rate currently because there's probably another session's worth of material here.
Well, how much? How just again, while we're on the subject real quick, how long did it take for the Jeff thing to manifest?
The Jeff thing took about a year and a half, 2 years.
Mega,
Like,
who's
2 years to the day.
who's in the chat, of course, paid Bill. Was it $100, Bill?
It was 50.
It's 50. I couldn't remember if it's 50 or $100. But so that it was the next time somebody said "I wish," whatever it was would come true, and it it just involved a unicorn / horse named Jeff.
God, don't ruin that part of season 3. Someone might want to go back and watch hundreds of hours of autism.
I'm fine. If I need to do that, I'll just look in the fucking mirror.
Bro.
But after that shot, things get a bit woozy.
Cool.
Well, Zalmez has already done it. Zalmez came in for the 50. He just said the word vacuum. Thank you, Zalmez. I'm guessing you know how to contact
I know what he
Bill.
means. I know what he
Okay.
means. It'll
No,
happen
it
this
doesn't mean
time. Don't
anything.
worry.
Okay.
Thank you, Zalmas. Very cool.
Thank you, Zalmez.
Thank you,
Very
Sam.
cool.
It's for your patronage as always.
Very cool, very epic.
How the hell am I going to get Rags back on the show for this? He doesn't speak to me anymore. Disappearance. Welcome to Retribution Day. Yeah, as it may. Yeah. I was this. Saucy? Your character currently has having trouble keeping his eyes open. Garvey's a bit cut at the minute. You actually find yourself dipping out of consciousness for a moment.
All right, and like any good drunk, I'm going to go up to the first woman I see, and I'm going to try to have a night with her.
Roll me a bluff
By
check.
flirting with her. By flirting with her. Bill, your woman's in house. You gotta
Can I
work
roll
for it.
something to fuck him over?
Oh,
Okay.
please.
Saucy,
Please,
your,
cockblocker.
your preference of social skills. Bird, your preference of social skills. Roll them, please. This is an opposed
Oh
check.
god. I don't have any good social skills, god damn it.
Hey, and I'm a charisma build.
Can I age Bird?
You may.
Okay, I believe this is like a negative fucking...
Wait, what are social skills once more?
Ah, well, I got a low
Like
girl.
we'll see, because it's funny.
Diplomacy, bluff, or intimidate.
Okay, let me make
What?
sure.
What? Some of
Like
these
that
are.
question
Some of these
existing
are
in the
crazy.
ether without context of what are social skills, by the way.
The things that happen. They are things that happen to other people.
Hey Bill, I suffer a -2 penalty to diploma checks in grave situations
This is
and
a great
intimidation.
situation.
22.
God damn it. Okay. Let me roll then.
The North FC lads will help out Saucy because it's funny. Fortunately, all of them are Aiden other builds, so it's gonna get
Okay.
Bird!
As
Eris
a-
was doing really well.
as
Eris
a-
was glaring daggers at the
Brilliant
hobbit chick
boy.
he was hitting on. Unfortunately for Eris, Bird trips over, and the North FC lads just form a humanoid wall to
They
wingman.
just sit on me or something dumb like
You
that.
basically get trampled.
Ah,
In fact,
hold on, let's see if I can do my best drunk impression.
Bird,
Yeah.
you take 5 points of non-lethal. As you get trampled by a bunch of large northern
Billy
people.
Bones.
Question, could I roll a reflex to try and save him from the trampling?
No! What?
Okay, you
This
want
is
to
my
be stepped
fate.
on,
It's fine. I rolled a
sorry.
-2.
You want to be
Don't
stepped
save
on,
me.
okay.
That's all my big burly men from the north.
We'll go.
Okay, I'll do my best Hobbit woman voice. Oh, night's young. I've had a skinful. I've done worse.
I just look at her and go, so, you come here often, maybe? Because I'm pretty sure I'm not.
The North FC lads are basically cheering Saucy on as if they're at like a football match. Like, come on, boss! Get some!
I'm going to do us all a favour and skip over the section where the 6-foot-tall Cossack attempts to flirt with a 4-foot-tall halfling woman, and skip right to the part where they're upstairs and you can hear the Shadow of the Colossus theme play in the background.
No worries. Hey, I said I'd be my best behavior. I think that's pretty tame comparatively. Alright.
As the drunken revelry winds down, as the leader of the crew is currently occupied elsewhere, Saucy, you awake with a jolt.
Okay.
It's a
I
smell
am
of,
up.
it's bright out. There's a smell of what sounds like bacon cooking. It's quite nice.
My head. So bacon smells good, and I will.
Yeah, you're still drunk.
Oh, I'm still drunk? I thought this was hours later.
Look around. It's still dark out, but there's light.
I will drunkenly go down the stairs to go towards the smell of bacon.
I want
Where's
to trip
the
down
last?
the stairs so fucking bad.
Okay, and as I walk down and go toward the source of bacon,
There's nothing cooking currently.
I'll look
But as
around
you
the
go
room.
to the landing, you look across.
Go. What do I see?
As you find as you go out to the landing out of your room and go to the door to go downstairs, door's locked.
What the? I will
And the
give her a
building
hand.
next door, by the looks of things, the building next door is on fire.
Oh. Oh no. So, yeah, I'm going to bust out of that room and try to warn
I will
everyone.
call it there for the evening, unfortunately.
And
And we'll hope. And the only thing you see amongst all the flame is out in the courtyard.
okay.
Floating by its lonesome is a single red balloon.
99 red balloons.
Still
Sorry.
stuck to your hand, the palm of your hand is that card. Right across it is someone is trying to kill you.
I will look down, visibly annoyed, and go, God fucking damn it, never trust the short stack!
Yet you'll
And
sleep
I-
with them again.
Yep.
It's a weakness, what can I say? But next session, I will try to bust out of that
So,
fucking
I'll
room.
allow you one more action.
Oh,
Okay. Where are you going now currently? You've got a locked door in front of you. There are windows.
oh, fuck that, I'm blowing through the door. I'm like bringing that door down. And I would do that by summoning arcane cannon
Okay. All
and
right.
literally blowing the door off its hinges. Which, give me a sec bring up the arcane sheet. Sorry, this is another weird Vegas thing.
Okay, I should state the door is right next to a window.
That's
Don't
okay.
swing the window, faggot. I mean, a good person.
Hey, property damage is gonna happen.
Oh, it takes it off its hinges pretty easily. I'm not even making it roll. It's a howitzer basically, isn't it?
It's a big fucking cannon, pretty much. It's a siege engine, more or less.
Okay.
2d6 plus my charisma plus in bludgeoning damage.
Okay. You light the fuse. It goes on. Just as it's about to go off, you hear, and I apologise to everyone's ears.
Funny noise.
Uh-oh.
But the issue being that your cannon hasn't gone off yet, as the window next to you has been shattered.
Yeah.
And there's a large hole through your sternum.
Yes.
Amazing. Luckily, I have natural healing, quick healing, so
It's trying to seal shut, but it's not working.
How
much health do you have?
I have like 31 health.
Unfortunate.
Not anymore.
Oof.
Hold on.
How do you have 31 health?
Had 31 health. You just... Well, the sniping spheres are not a very nice beast. What's your con total?
My con is 14 with a +2, and I do have. Let's see.
Roll me a fort save, please.
Uh-oh.
I have some oath stuff too, like accelerated recovery.
You're gonna roll that fort save, and I would suggest if you got smoke them, if you got them.
How do you have 31? I only have like 13 health. What the fuck?
Not everyone has a D6.
As you look down, and your arm is laying on the ground.
Oh shit! Okay.
Where it's been blown clean of your body.
D20 plus 6. Jesus Christ!
Yes!
There goes the massive damage save.
Yes!
As you hit
The
the ground,
natural
your
one.
body seizes, and you can feel the last breath you take rattle through your body. And okay, let's make sure I get the right.
This is the saucy rolls I know. Fucking yay. Got like
Wow.
3 nat 20s. This ain't fair.
Ah, yes. Saucy die.
Hold on. That's why I'm looking. I'm seeing if I got something. Accelerated recovery and
Also, I think it's too late for that.
That rune, that tension in between your eyes, that rune, like, seems to burn itself directly into your vision. You wake up to your bed. You can smell bacon. This is light outside. You don't know what it is.
Do I remember this from previous? Am I feeling deja vu?
Yeah. Everything's exactly as you remember it being. It's lights from outside. There's smell of bacon. You look down at your hand, and that rune is scorched into your hand for a moment, like the one that was blown off, and then suddenly fades. But you can still remember it. The look, it's still it's seeping through your cortexes. It's firing on all cylinders. You still know it, but you can't describe it. You can't. Everything still hurts. Your arm still hurts the same way it did when before the shock kicked in, when it was ripped off your body.
Well, shit. Since I know that shot came from the window.
Window's still intact.
I'm going to be moving away from said window. And
we'll leave it there for the evening.
yeah.
Well,
I will be
ladies and gentlemen, we now have our major our primary conceit of this particular adventure.
God
yes.
damn it. Why won't Saucy die? This ain't fair. He rolled a
Some people may be
nat
able to puzzle
one.
it out. But I hope you've all enjoyed this evening. It did run a little bit slower than I was expecting, so we do have at least another session's worth of material, should we have need of it. Might be good for the new guys coming in to learn a thing or two, maybe get a sit in. We'll reconvene next week.
And before we end, real quick, yeah, we won't go into any detail about what just happened there, but feel free to guess and speculate, and that is kind of the hook, though, right? It's important.
It's half the fun.
I want to kill
boy.
Sauce now. That's my goal.
Can't wait for
I
Saucy
still
to be
hold-
stuck in a time loop to die and die and die and die and die again.
Also, I just want to be clear before we head out as well. The game involving people from the server, Bill, will that be tied into this? I think so, right?
Same setting. It'll be a
Yeah.
series of one-shots, much like this. Hopefully going at a bit of a faster clip than this one. This one did go a little bit slower than I was anticipating. But then that was
Someone
like
five-head
Pathfinder.
team for some reason.
So I think for this game, I will be joining this game at some point, and then I think I have 2 guests who will be joining this game, right, Bill? Or
Yeah, this little thing is just intended to be this session, probably next, and then that'll be complete. Next session will be on a hard time limit to keep
This
it
is
in mind. And after that, it'll be carrying forward with the new team.
yeah, this is the point is like to get the flavor of the world and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. In the setting. So yeah, this is not today is not the way it's going to be every week or at every session, because again, there's going to be kind of the way we used to do it, sort of, from my understanding. Again, tell me if I'm wrong, Bill. Like an A team and a B team, or
Yes.
2 different
There'll be
teams
A teams,
will
B
be
teams.
playing.
Yeah, primarily it'll be the A team, which will be coming out after this one. This is just an example of play. This is what it can sometimes be like. This was primarily a show of how the combat works. Next session will be more of the exploration, more of the puzzle solving, and more of a kind of a running cityscape event rather than, you just like drag out brawl like we had in the catacombs.
And even though I think that most people who've stuck around until the end, because I know that it's been on for a while, probably know Bill, it also helps to introduce the people who will be coming in and out, not just Bill, who will be DMing, pretty much, I think, well, obviously both of them, but everybody else who has not shown up on this channel before, so Bird, Penny, and Han, and Saucy, who have all shown up as well, which was very fun. As usual, Saucy has terrible things happen to him.
Yeah.
He was rolling
I'm still
too
hold
good
for
this session. I'm very disappointed in Roll20 today.
These folks will also be some of the people helping teach the new people, whether they like it or bloody not.
Oh god.
Oh right.
Wait, what?
Well, because
what?
the people from the Broken Crown Discord, a lot of people are going to be playing like I said, there'd be 2 games, and some of them have not played before. But you guys, for the most part, are very autistic and know what you're doing, and can help teach new people. So that's part of the plan,
Maybe
right?
I know what I'm doing. That's news to me. Holy shit.
I didn't say you, Saucy.
Okay.
Also, I do hope that it helped that I put name tags for the people on the stream itself.
Yeah.
It means you get to know who to
Yes.
blame.
Thank you, Penny.
Yes.
That's very nice. Very useful. So yes, because again, it's a lot of new people, and we're going to be doing a bunch of stuff on the channel. And I hope you guys have enjoyed the seminal episode. I choose that language because I like the word seminal.
Does that rumor start?
I know.
Hey, and if you guys want to torture me more, send in your super chat.
Yeah, and send money to torture Saucy. I mean,
Exactly.
Yeah.
well,
I have accrued a team of the finest people that you could possibly want to harm.
Huh?
I mean,
It couldn't
hold on.
happen
What?
to-
Oh.
It couldn't happen to finer folks.
Hold on. You know.
Penny is everyone likes Penny. It's not
Everyone likes Penny. Also, Penny's got all the technical know-how we need.
Right.
Primarily, she's here because of competence. The rest of you are here to hurt.
Well,
Aiden, hold on, Aiden. You forget though, torturing the innocent or corrupting the innocent is just as fun. So,
you know what's
The
not
only thing you're
good?
corrupting is your connection.
And this is a great way for me to give my little segue about torturing Saucy. Is you know what else is not okay, Saucy? R-wording someone when they're passed out. Wait,
For context, this happened in a fictional game, not in real life.
Stop
Real life,
referencing the
whoa,
degeneracy
whoa, whoa, whoa.
games. This is a pure place.
I really wanted to bring it up because I wanted to bring up the fact that I had to calculate the size and weight of Saucy's dick.
Way to lower the tone. I'm glad we can have these conversations. I faded to black on that fucking bullshit.
And so everyone knows Saucy's afraid of clowns.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely
I'm not
post all
afraid
the
of clowns.
clown women images you find
Yeah.
and tag him in it. He will be very scared.
Yeah.
And one last thing, Tyler brought this up. Bill, if people do have a wish or something that they want to bring in, that's like third party, you're usually okay with that, right?
Yeah, for the most
Yeah.
part.
So,
I mean, my class is third party.
If ever a wish is so like out there that it's going to be an issue, I will just offer you another wish.
yeah. Well,
General
Bill
rule
will
is,
find some way to
rule of
make
cool,
it work.
don't take the piss.
Yeah, rule of cool,
Yeah.
don't take the piss. That's my overall rule with everything.
Yeah.
On the subject of not taking the piss, so Mr. Five-Man Band,
Yeah.
person who is a party unto himself.
I only did that because it's a one-shot, basically.
I know. I did tell you to go
It's so
ham.
funny though. It's hilarious.
This was a showcase of the autism possible in Pathfinder. It really was.
Yeah.
Han made up for
I'm just
everyone
really-
else.
Han
Glad that I
normally
learned
is a
today.
problem, and when he gets told, "Oh, be a problem," well,
I have no one
I
to
just wanted to
blame
have
but
fun.
myself.
That's where
I
I
thi-
create the Bazov Battalion.
If nothing else, Bazov Battalion has given me confirmation that a group of Bazes of North FC is a unit, which I should have known, but I feel like I've learned a lot today.
Tune in next
I'm
week.
beginning to stop trusting short stacks.
Oh my god.
you only now begin to do so.
Only now.
You'll
I
forget
know.
this.
This is the fourth time I've been betrayed by one.
On that interesting note, Saucy. I think we're gonna end it here for the day. And go ahead. I'm gonna close off the stream. Thanks so much, guys, for showing up, and I hope you have had fun. Thank you, Bill, for DMing, and thank you to our party. It was a very fun time.
Let's say our goodbyes to the good folks. Ala Pashoin.
I hope
Bye-bye.
everyone enjoyed.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.